And our audio should be live.
We're live.
The audio should be live. Let's see. This
They
button
can hear
should
us.
bring the video over, so they should be able to see us too. I hope. Hello. Hi, everyone. Let me
We can
step
take it
in.
over.
That's all right. We've got Toby and Bruno are both here in the studio with us today. They're crunching away behind us because I gave them some rawhide chews, which is a really convenient way to keep their mouths busy so they're not barking, right? Anyway.
Just that little crunch in the background.
That's all that is. Looking over, and we've got Trash Panda was here first, which I, of course, responded to you, Trash Panda, and Micro Panda. How you doing? How's your Monday going? Don't worry, everyone. It's actually Sunday for me, but Trash Panda's calling to us from the future.
Australia.
Strict Aphid's here. Eric Gordon and Nora is here. Hello, Nora. Thank you for coming in.
Hello.
Hello. What else we got? Ralph. Ralph is here. Oi! To Ralph Morick. Ralph is very active and busy on the Minecraft server, which I talked about ad nauseum last week.
So it's been fun on there?
It's been a lot of fun on there, yeah.
I hear so.
It's been a lot of fun on there. So, let's see. This last week, I did a video, I did a thing, I made a thing. I gave a huge shout out to Strict Aphid because I did the exact same build that Strict just did. And then you know what happened while I was doing my build? SKS Props dropped a hint that he was putting out the exact same build as well. So...
Multiple perspectives on the same project because, you know, there's a million wrong ways to do anything.
That's right. And I'm just adding to that pile.
Right, because that's how Odin makes.
That's how Odin makes. Oh, man, this is going to work, right?
Right? Duct tape and prayers.
Duct tape and prayers. Oh, did you see that Joe got a duct tape coffee mug available for purchase on Spring?
I heard, and I was like, oh, this guy feels a little left out. Some duct tape.
Right, my thrift store coffee cup with a sticker on it is.
Cheers, people.
Cheers, people.
Yeah, we finally got one of those, and I'm not even using the duct tape coffee, you know.
Right, yes, thank you very much, J. Period, when you're watching, if you're watching, for making us the duct tape koozies. We have used them in the streams before. It was we saw it in the picture before we came over, but yeah.
But yeah, today we have homemade.
Today we have homemade. I actually have some artisan tea.
The fancy tea we got from England?
No, not the fancy tea we got from England, but I have some. It's some loose leaf tea that I got from a little handmade tea company when I was out in Dallas 2 years ago. It's Steampunk Teas, and this one's called Almonds and Old Lace.
Okay, now I want to try it. Almonds, whatever. The old lace. That is intriguing.
Well,
there is definitely a smell to old lace, so I'm wondering if they're picking up on that.
Now, are you getting the other two references that go right along with that?
No?
No?
It's going right over my head because now I'm imagining. Anyways.
Well, there's a classic play called Arsenic and Old Lace.
Arsenic and Old Lace. There you go.
If you have the gene that allows you to be able to smell arsenic, it smells like almonds.
That makes a lot of sense because you've talked about that before.
I have, yeah. So that's why I kind of had to buy that one. It's like, oh, I like that. And it's actually good, too, so that helps.
My mom does wedding cakes, and she has her special blend of frosting where she has, like, 1 part almond to 2 part butter flavoring mixture.
Uh-huh.
And it's amazing and great, except for I can't stand it. Like, it really does taste good. But, you know, the almond, it just kind of kicks in those memories where it's just the whole house reeks of cake.
Oh, right.
Which people, you know, like... If you work in a chocolate factory, you don't like the smell of chocolate?
No.
I kind of have that with cake. Although I know it's delicious and it smells great, the first day is amazing, and then after that, there's a week of that cake smell, and I just can't.
Okay.
So almonds, I do love them, and I like the almond flavoring, but it's just the smell of it.
Right.
Just kicks me into cake mode, and I'm just like,
no.
I know.
No.
Who doesn't like cake? I just don't like too much. Too much. There is a too much.
There is a too much.
Wedding cakes.
Wedding cakes. Right.
They smell. It's amazing the first day, but I can't.
I think I've talked about how I grew up with my parents making wedding cakes as well, didn't I? No, I haven't with you.
You haven't.
I haven't. It's only been on podcasts and stuff. Yes. My dad being the overachiever engineer or whatever, yeah, I think they maxed out at a 7-tier,
Yeah.
with columns in between wedding cake. Yeah, one that took a stepladder to do the top.
I loved those. I liked the ones with the stairs connecting because they reminded me of Barbie dream houses,
Okay.
The ones that were huge in the 80s and 90s, with the big ruffles and the
Right,
pond
right.
or the fountain in the bottom. I absolutely love those. My brother-in-law got married and we ended up just I grabbed the old cake sets from my mom because she had all those ladders and stuff to make that huge giant cake.
Uh-huh.
But we ended up using Costco cheesecakes because he wanted cheesecake.
Okay.
It was delicious and it
I
looked
bet.
fancy because you had all the columns
Had all the
tiers
pieces and stuff.
It was the castle cake,
Awesome.
I like them. I think they're gorgeous and pretty and so much fun to build. But I can't stand the smell. I can smell the chocolate ones. I love the smell of. I can all day long. It's that vanilla butter cupcake.
Right. Getcha.
Like, I can't
Which
do those
oddly is kind of my favorite at this point. But.
Right? Yeah, no, it's a great, but...
Right. And also, I think spoiled from them, real butter sugar frosting. I can't stand the whipped stuff that just tastes like air. Or plastic air.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda
Real
tastes like
buttercream
plastic
with
air.
good butter. The better butter you use.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that like a tongue twister?
Better butter you use?
No, bit of better butter makes a better bitter. If you use a bit of better butter, you'll get your batter won't.
I'm sure.
Know.
It's
It's a
bit
tongue
of better
twister.
butter makes your batter better?
Something
like that?
I remember
Okay.
there being a tongue twister, a bit of better butter.
I wouldn't be able to do it again, so.
Yeah. But yeah.
Even though I barely did it to begin with.
So what are we doing today?
So today, I was going to continue the cake story with not my dad, but there was a company, Play, I used to work for. Mm-hmm. One of the vice presidents was from Canada, and he hated how sweet American cake was. So
I've heard that.
For his birthday, what they ended up doing, which was really cool, is they bought a full round cheese of gourd cheese. A full round of cheese, and it was the Gouda cheese.
Ooh.
That's the word I'm looking for. I can't say
I like
butter, but
cheesecake. That sounds like.
and that was just on a bed of pretzels, and everyone got like this slice of cheese, and it was great. That
sounds delicious.
That was great.
I always like those sandwich cakes where they do
okay.
the bread and then all the luncheon meats and.
Oh, interesting. I haven't done that. Or I haven't participated in one.
You haven't participated.
Obviously, I haven't made one. I shouldn't
Sandwich
say
cakes.
obvious, but
I don't know.
cakes.
They're fun tea party food.
Anyone else got a fun story about how the cake is alive? Please let us know. Of course, this is only to you, our patrons. Hi, we've been rambling for 10 minutes. It is Sunday, and it's time for the pre-show. This is the portion that's just for you guys. As you know, I do believe I have it set to private or to unlisted, so it's only the patrons right now. It's Sunday. It's the Odin Makes live stream. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and all you in the future who are not Patreons. Patreons? Patrons?
Yes, for all of you, thank you for viewing and
you.
watching and participating as well. So,
Yes,
so to future you who are watching, thank you. And to present you, all of you who are here right now, thank you. Yeah.
You guys are the real VIPs, so.
Definitely. Def.
We can't talk today. We're live.
We're live.
What can you tell?
Yeah. But I'm doing okay. We'll get back. You were starting to talk about something else. I interrupted you.
I don't
with
remember.
Cake. Oh, what were we going to do today? As you're asking, I'm doing okay because I actually got the video done for Wednesday. The build is done.
Finished? It's not like still in progress
it's
over
not
there
still
somewhere?
hiding in progress somewhere. It's actually done. It's actually written. Ellis is actually upstairs editing right now. So yeah,
That's a good feeling.
it is. It's
to
nice.
be ahead as opposed to
Yeah.
always chasing your tail.
Yeah, I'm not quite ahead yet. Now, I would admit ahead, but I would say I'm finally on time.
You're on schedule.
I'm on schedule, which is nice because I haven't been on schedule for poor Ellis in a while. Alrighty. Jack of all trades comes back with saying, who's Nora, by the way. Hi, Odin, and hello, Felicia.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Stephen Deitch is. Good evening to both of you from here in the UK. Thank you for pronouncing my name right at the end of your last video in the Patreon credits. Yes! You're very welcome.
How is it pronounced?
Deitch.
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 Oh, Leah Jones is here. Hi. Hello. Nora says, back on the PC and ready to go. Thank you, Nora. I really do appreciate everything that you've done and everything that you do for us and for taking care of the live stream chats and for all the work that you put into the that thing. Discord.
Yes, all the moderating.
All the moderating. That makes it sound ingenuine. It's just my brain is.
We're live.
I'm on, hey, be a showman mode, and I'm not on vocabulary mode. So, yeah, no. But thank you for all the work and everything you've done for the Discord. That is greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for everything you were doing with Minecraft. Because I know you set up the welcome area for Minecraft, building the there's the media center in there.
Yeah.
In fact, Joe has started on a new campaign of paving the media center, which I'm wishy-washy on. It's like, I kind of like the grass field, but all right, let's see how it looks being paved. I think the big thing is he's trying to make the ground have less craters from creepers exploding. Because if he paves it, it's going to be a much stronger material, and
so it's easier to...
It's be easier to repair. I think that was part of the plan, and he was also going to put a fence around it and have a bunch of cats in there to help keep creepers away. But anyway, that's.
I like trapping spiders. They're like my favorite.
Oh, okay. I haven't trapped any spiders yet.
I don't. I like the spiders.
Okay, yeah, spiders are cool. I like the fact that they're passive during the day.
I just wanted a whole basement full of spiders. Like, can I just have a bunch of spider friends?
I was trying to do that. I built a large room with the intent of maybe trying to make like a zoo. But if I log out and log back in, all the mobs respawn. So that wasn't going to work. Although maybe, I don't know if you can put a pet tag onto a mob. That might make him stick around. But I don't know. I haven't tried that.
I don't know enough about
That'd be kind of interesting.
But I do like the spiders.
What if you make a pet tag called Aragog or whatever the spider name is from Lord of the Rings and stick it on him?
Isn't that the one from Harry Potter?
Is that the one from Harry Potter? Okay, it's the one from Harry Potter.
Aragon?
Aragon, I think, is the dude from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And there's Aragog, and then
one of them's a spider.
One of them's a spider.
Yeah, because Hagrid got kicked out because of that poor spider.
Hooray! Steven says, "Woohoo!" Correct pronunciation.
Yay,
on his name, not on Aragog.
Get to it eventually.
Wow. The Trash Panda is letting us know. Here's a heads up. The Mini Panda and I are currently in a houseboat in the middle of nowhere.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So they've got spotty
Lucky.
Wi-Fi, but they're still here. Very lucky. I remember getting to go on a camping trip on a houseboat at Lake Orangevale 20 plus years ago. At this time, currently, if we were to try to go on a houseboat camping trip on Muddy Pond, Orangevale, it probably wouldn't work very well.
Does it even exist at this point? Because I remember we had like the breaking, and there was like the flooding, and then it dried all up, and then we had the droughts.
It was breaking because it was overflowing.
Yeah,
and they got it fixed. Right, they were in the process of having to. My friend Joe Gillis actually started working on that project. He was a contractor for the state of California to get to shoot that, so he got to be in and part of that project. Yeah. If you watch any of those videos of like when the dam first starts working again, the spillway first starts spilling, and it's this drone shot of the drone flying away. My friend Joe Gillis piloted the drone and got that shot.
That's
which
awesome.
is like a one chance shot to get it right.
Yeah, I remember it's like we're dealing with floods and a drought at the same time, and I'm like, can you guys just? I think you're confused. Like how?
And now here we are. Was it 4 years later? And Lake Orangevale is so low that they can't turn on the hydroelectric power anymore because there isn't enough water pressure to spin the turbines.
Well, because they had to fix the dam. Anyways.
No, the dam is totally fixed. It's not related. It's just there's no water.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yay, climate change!
Climate change!
But 20 years ago, you got to go on a boat in Lake Orangevale. 20 years from now, we'll see if the lake is even still there.
Hopefully. Ralph is grabbing some coffee. Hello and thank you back from Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Strict Aphid says he made Dalgona cookies from Squid Game and they tasted horrible. Okay, I have not watched Squid Game yet, just so you know. I've watched some of the behind the scenes a little bit, but I actually haven't watched the show yet.
I haven't either. I heard a lot about it, but I'm trying to la la la.
La la la. Yeah. If we were to Magic 8 Ball, all signs point to good. So how's that?
Exactly, but apparently the cookies don't sound that good.
Well, the cookies they try to make, I think it's some sort of a honey cookie thing. I saw that in it's like a honeycomb cookie decorating. It's a Korean treat, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I just saw it as they were talking about having to make so many of these cookies for all the different takes, for all the different people trying to do it at the same time, because it's like a contest.
I can imagine, yeah.
So, yeah, it was from the production's point of view of trying to do this cookie thing. That
I like that perspective.
Notorious for crumbling and falling apart.
I can relate. Can you?
Totally. Yes, totally.
Did you have to do the food props?
What food props have I had to do?
Because I remember we had...
A couple. But the food props I did were very specialty. Like I did the exploding bread for the time-traveling pickup artist.
What about the donuts? Because they were very specific on the donuts.
Twice I had to go to Family Donuts in Carmichael and pick up those specific donuts.
I think it's because those were over by Ian's mom's house.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love his mom. She's
great. Oh, Ian's mom is great. Talk about a super sport. Comes over to be the mailman for one episode and gets killed and lies there in a pool of fake blood for 5 hours. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, no, she went to the strip club with Ian in one of the episodes where I was the stripper legs. No, I love his mom so much.
Well,
but yeah.
That was a set, wasn't it? We didn't go to a strip club.
No, I was saying she
Oh.
came in to go to a strip club with
gotcha.
Ian where I was playing the stripper legs.
Right, because I helped build the stripper set, and we had all the $3 and $15 bills.
Yeah, and she was making it rain. I love
she
her
was,
so
yeah.
much. She was so much fun. So much fun. But
Nora's reminded me I made a grilled cheese on my channel for April Fool's.
you did.
Yeah. I don't remember doing any other food props for Smosh,
I remember
though.
you ended up doing like poop out of food. Like there was like
Right,
a chocolate poo.
It was they wanted fudge poo but they didn't explain it very well. They wanted it to so you could tell it was fudge and make it funny, but I took them literal because I've had to make fake poo for monkey puppets before, so I made them turds out of fudge.
I remember that. Like I just vaguely remember like having arguments about is this poop look edible enough?
Yeah, that's Smosh.
Oh my gosh, there's so just memories are flooding back now. What the did we do?
Well, I never did the.
You never did food battles.
I never did food battles. That's it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even remember the name. Could have never done it. I kept thinking food games.
I did food battles a couple times. I enjoyed those, Gummy Snake and corn and all the I didn't fully understand it when I started doing it. It took a few times.
Yeah, a few times. So they would actually do these mock role-play war game battles with real food in miniature sets. So
you got to see all the leftovers.
Oh, I saw tons of they saved some of the sets that were covered with dried cake.
Well, the buildings. The little buildings that they used for everything, you used them for side tables.
Okay. Right.
Those were from Food Battle, and I think those were the Batman one, which was the bar donut. The chocolate bar donut used those ones, and then also the Gummy Snake, which won that year.
Okay.
Both of those foods used that set in different ways, because one was a Godzilla style and one was a Batman style.
Right.
Food Battle. Who gets it? But yeah, I was just kind of curious if you did love food props.
No.
Because I remember there's stress about certain things.
Yeah.
Blood being one of them.
Urine always had to be clear water.
Urine always had... Really?
Yeah, they couldn't have any color in any kind of urine joke.
Okay, well, I didn't know that one. How did I miss that? Because we did period jokes, we did poop jokes,
Yeah.
we did...
Oh yeah, all sorts of jokes.
Yeah.
Inappropriate Aquaman jokes.
Yeah, the bat bathroom.
The bat bathroom. Oh, that was fun.
That was too much fun. Yeah.
I still have pictures I've shown you guys before. I can bring a picture.
I know
of the bat
all of
bathroom
this stuff
again.
is still on the interwebs, but it's just so much. It's just like how. But yeah. So what are people saying?
Well, Ralph is saying the spider from Lord of the Rings is actually named Shelob.
Shelob. Yeah.
Shelob. Yep. So thank you, Ralph.
Yeah. I was like, I think that's the one from Harry Potter started with an A.
Okay, fair enough. I probably know that because I actually read the box on the Lego set, and I read the book too. But there's a little more of a picture reference with the box.
Yeah.
So Ralph, can you put a name tag on a spider? Probably not.
It'd be cool if you could, but
It'd be cool if you could.
no spider pets. But I want a room full of spiders.
And Stephen is saying that Aragog is the spider from Harry Potter.
Okay, Aragog.
Yep. Cobb Corn, who's which wasn't there? There was laser corn, and was there something else? Cream corn, something was it with Smosh Games? There was laser corn.
I don't know, but we did corn on the cob for one of the food battle videos.
Okay.
And I was one of the people dancing behind the corn.
Okay.
Me and Rachel.
You and Rachel. Oh, the honor.
Right? It was corn. This little sequin thing with the... Anyways, yeah. I'm all over those Smosh videos. The back of my left arm is going to be famous.
Yes. Let's see. Copcorn says you can name tag mobs and they will stay. The problem's getting enough name tags. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Maybe I will name tag a spider. Dan Does Junk is saying, is it just me or is the stream feed a bit grainy? I can't tell. It looks pretty real life to me. If it is, there's so many stops between us doing the stream and you receiving the stream. It's probably bouncing off Pluto from the way the Sacramento internet's set up. So, sorry. Space.
It has to get to space before it gets to you. And it has to travel through cords and...
Yes, cords and
electrical
bad patches.
Signals and be translated back and forth between ones and zeros.
And no matter what, and no matter how good my internet is for sending it out to you, and how many safeties and redundancies I've got, and no matter how good your internet is wherever you are, the weakest link is going to be whatever rat patch tape job is connecting between the two of us that we have absolutely no control over. Yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Where is the weakest link?
Where is the weakest link?
All right. I'm going to start pulling out stuff.
Strict Infidel says, I have actually also only seen behind the scenes of the show. So there's at least 2 of us who have made the Squid Game mask who've only watched the behind the scenes and not the full show. The show looks good, not going to lie. But when it comes time to, well, I could watch Squid Game or I could play Minecraft. I'll get the Squid Game, it'll happen. I have watched almost all of the What Ifs, though. There's only one episode I haven't seen. I've been watching them out of order. I haven't seen Killmonger, Tony Stark, that story. I haven't seen that one. But
is there more than this for yours?
No, that's all I've got so far.
Okay. I got mostly just a head, too.
Steve is asking, what are we making today? Continuation of the puppets? Yes. Trash Panda, heard the train? Yes. The train was here. I still have not set up a train cam. I tried asking this a little while ago. I was almost trying to get away from the train cam because it was maybe a little weird for anybody new popping in, because it was one of those running jokes you do, and then someone new's like, why are we watching a train for 4 minutes?
So if you like the train cam, let us know. Otherwise, It's good. Might not be here for too much longer.
Jerry Rigged is suggesting a Metroid build, seeing as the new game is out. Maybe. I've been debating on what to do for next week. Next week is Squid Game. No, that's my rawhide. Leave it alone.
It only sounds scary. All right, all done. Get out.
Unfortunately, the dog cam is on the other side of the table,
yes,
so we couldn't have the dog fight live on Odin Makes. All right, I got 20 on the big one.
Bruno sounds scary, but he's not.
Right. Dan Does Junk says, yeah, I just remember the live stream being much clearer before, and not far from SAC either. We did change internet providers, and I'm not going to lie. I don't know if John's watching. He's probably not. I don't think he has access at this point. I have noticed a difference. We technically have higher numbers available, but overall, yeah, no, I'm not nearly as impressed with what we had before. You got a booger. Nora's talking about trains. Eric says, bring back the train cam. And Nora's saying it was an old joke that was only known by patrons. Really? I know I said it, but I came up with the trend. Well, yeah. Yes, it was a Nora thing to make a big deal out of it, because it was a reference to the Stephen King movie and the book called Stand By Me. Train! So, because I was also constantly complaining about the noise.
Oh, yeah, because every time a train would go by, the audio guy and you would be like, train.
Exactly. I hear it. I know I can hear it. And I know I can hear it in the last couple. I think in the Millennium Puzzle, there was a point when I said, screw it, just power through it, and I could totally hear it. I can even hear it over the music. And I think that may be true for Squid Game Mask too, that there's a bit of me rambling, as I do, kind of hit that 20-minute mark. Which, sorry guys, that's kind of the truth. I really need to. It is amazing the difference between the amount of income you can make on YouTube between an 18-minute video and a 20-minute video. One that's got the same amount of views, there's a marked difference, like a step difference between hitting that 20-minute mark. So anyway, sorry, that's why there's a bit more of me talking to the camera with some of these. Yep, Steven's saying the last 2 weeks the stream quality has been down, but before it was perfect. Okay. I will do my best to relay this to John because he just had a client come in to do a major streaming event for their HR event. That, everyone's noticing the quality of the stream isn't as strong as it used to be. But of course, he'll spin that to where it's my fault, so.
But from my perspective, everything works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine for me. I don't feel glitchy.
Good. Detlef is here saying good evening. And Cannabilly would watch Squid Games, but reminds me of the anime Gakeu Burai, the Ultimate Sun River, which I really liked. Oh, and hello, everyone. Yeah, that seems to me like there's been a lot of Korean Battle Royale shows and animes and stories. I mean, not all anime is Korean, but it seems like Korea loves that genre. Or America loves importing those stories.
Right.
One of the two.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. So yeah, I did a little bit last week. I guess you watched it from the way it sounded. So I got an extra speed bump inside to be able to hold on to it.
Yeah, you got a nice round noggin.
Got a nice round noggin. I padded it a little bit so the eyes can be a little more forward facing. Still got a heck of a slope, but still not, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's a puppet.
I just stuffed some more in here to raise it so I had more room for eyeballs and nose.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a shave and I was like, this is not going to be enough for a face. But this is. In fact, I probably can go a little higher because I need a place for a nose. So I need a little more space.
Space.
And
All right.
cement, or contact cement.
Whichever. I'll try not to be all persnickety on nouns. Sean Karg says, hello and welcome back, Felicia.
Hello, thank you.
So Friday I got to go and see No Time to Die. And basically, awesome movie. Very, very... all the Daniel Craig films are kind of their own little sequence story, and they are all kind of connected a little bit. More so than the original Bonds were, anyway.
Okay.
They were a little bit. The Daniel Craig ones are very much, and this was a very excellent end of Daniel Craig's era, because he is retiring after this one. Yeah, he is done being Bond, and they're going to do whatever it is that they're going to do. But it did say at the end, like it does in all Bond films, James Bond will return. So, spoiler, that's your after credits thing, which that's all James Bond ever did. The biggest thrill was when you actually get the title of the next movie, but not this one.
Okay.
And that's all. Great movie, good movie, happy to see it again. There's my review. Steven says, no Bond spoilers, I'm watching it next week. There you go. Ha ha! Ruined it! I told you it was a good movie. Expectations are everything, so I don't want to oversell it. But I liked it a lot.
That's good.
Yeah. See, Artman 2019 is helping a friend out with a Star-Lord Halloween costume.
It is that time of year.
It is that time of year.
What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Are you guys going to dress up, or is it just an American thing?
That's a good question. I don't think it's just an American thing, but...
I know it's the time of year where I start getting all the requests.
Right.
How do I do this? It's one of my favorite times.
That's good.
Let's play dress up.
Let's play dress up. Halloween was always one of my favorite things with growing up and just sort of doing my own thing.
Yep. National Dress Up Day.
National Dress Up Day. See, Shady for Life is on the Discord saying, hey, hey. If you're watching Shady, hey, 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 hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Shady started making the facility next to me at Minecraft, right?
Nice.
He's the next hill over.
Ooh, you smell his treats.
Uh-huh. Chemical treats. Right. Canterbury says, I kind of love the fact that the best Bond actors seem to be the ones that dislike playing the role.
Interesting.
Some of the best...
I think it's because they get the character.
Probably. Some of the better Doctor Who actors have been ones that didn't know the story to begin with and kind of did their own thing.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, not all of them, because Christopher Eccleston had no idea. Watched one episode and did his own thing off of that. Followed up immediately by David Tennant, whose favorite doctor was Peter Davidson and married Peter Davidson's daughter. So David Tennant definitely knew who Doctor Who was. But
Interesting.
Still, it was fun. Well, Jerry Rig Props is letting us know that Halloween was created in Ireland. It was originally called the Puka Festival, and it's about druids chasing demons.
Fun.
I think I've seen images of Puka Festival costumes.
Yeah. Wasn't it like the whole, it's before jack-o'-lanterns, it was like carving turnip heads? And I've
Probably.
seen those things look creepy.
Because pumpkins are a New World crop, so
Yeah.
Ireland wouldn't have had them.
And turnips, you carve them, they totally look like skulls.
Oh, yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
A little skull floating in your soup. I could see it happening. Turnip soup.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Halloween food, isn't it the best?
I'm going to have to let
severed
Ellis know
fingers. I like when they carve the old apples and let them sit and turn into the creepy heads.
The creepy granny apple.
Yeah. Heads. Yeah. Waiting for glue to dry.
Waiting for glue to dry. Because of the changing of the seasons, I turned the AC blower off. So I don't have air hitting me in the head, and I can smell the glue. Way more than typical.
Yeah.
Actually, usually I don't really smell it at all.
Leah Jones says, I'm trying to get the top of Seamus done for Halloween. That's awesome. We did
Cool.
Seamus for...
Shamus? It's
Samus.
Metroid.
No, I know. I always pronounce it wrong because
I
it's one of those
always
words that I
pronounce it
saw
wrong, too.
reading first before actually hearing
Right.
pronounced. But
Just like poor Steven. It'll take me forever to say it right.
yeah. But Brittany, she played that at Smosh. We did that
She did, yeah.
because we were doing video games, and I remember
Yeah.
standing there, and it's like I feel like I'm playing real life video games right here because you could see them both. In the, yeah.
I do remember that. I did the gun. It was like the second video on my channel, and that was me rebuilding the gun that I had made for Smosh.
Yeah.
Because the one I made for Smosh, I just quickly threw together out of wood that they had in the shop.
Because you really only get a week to get everything done.
Pretty much, yeah. And I don't remember if I had my PBS job at that time or not, and if I was weekends only. No, I was there because I was there on set for the rooftop shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
So no, that was before I actually got
Your
full-time
cool,
work.
real job.
Before I got my cool real job where I could actually get
Pay bills, yeah.
actually pay bills, actually have consistent work. Yes.
Actually, they got pretty darn consistent.
They got pretty darn consistent.
Yeah.
They weren't at the time that I was.
Yeah, no, I know, I know.
Because
yeah.
I started and I think I worked 2 or 3 weeks and it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna take December off. It's like, I gotta pay rent. Jerry Rig Prop says, yeah, but America made Halloween mainstream for sure. But Ireland claims it conceptually or originally.
Yeah.
Was that a general chat? Sweet. Awesome. I'm seeing in the Discord, Nora King is back on the Discord. That's cool. Took a little bit of a time out there. Nora, hope you're feeling better. That is cool. Alrighty. Well, waiting for glue to dry.
Aren't we always?
We are always playing with the computer, which is just distracting enough that I'm able to. I can do one thing or the other. I can.
I feel like the thing that takes the longest on projects is glue drying, paint drying.
Yeah, paint drying for sure.
It's like, I need this done. And it's like, okay, it's going to take forever is the painting part.
Yeah.
I can't do anything before or until it's dry, and then I can do the... Yeah,
right.
It's waiting on paint to dry.
Can we make out of materials of the right color to begin with?
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, how can we get it the right color? fabric, paint. What can we do that's...
Foam core.
Right. What's going to dry the soonest? It's like we've done this. That's funny.
She's screaming at you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we see it on kind
Camera
of?
4-ish.
Camera 4-ish.
Yeah, working on it. Slowly. There goes her eyeballs. Picked my angry eyes just in case.
Good.
I think I want to do a body today because then I could start kind of making this neck part.
Okay, I'll be working on the neck thing here too. Soon on mine as well. Sean Karg says, planning to launch my own YouTube channel this week. Ooh. And I'll be wearing my Odin Makes shirts in the videos. That's awesome. Cool, Sean. Cool. Joe's coming in. Let me go back to being full screen here. Hey, Joe. What's up, Joe?
So I just wanted to share something about our Discord, since we're still with the patrons, right?
We are still with the patrons.
Put this to everybody.
No, everybody will be able to see this in just a couple hours, but for the moment, we are. Okay.
Well, but this is actually an incentive for people to maybe join as patrons. So,
excellent.
So if you have Discord access,
yes.
We just Nora gave me a really great idea.
Okay.
To put a help section.
Oh.
So.
Oh wow.
Now on the Discord, you can ask your questions, and so if any other makers on the Discord can answer that question, they can do that. But also, it's a good way for you to ask Odin direct questions.
Yes, we tried doing that before, but it was always kind of mixed in a little bit.
Right, yeah, you get it in work in progress or general chat or whatever, but this is nice now, a dedicated section so that you can ask your questions. Hi there, Bruno.
Cool.
Yeah, so, and then in a sec I'll jump in when we get everybody in here.
We get everybody in here. Okay,
well, to discuss what's going to go up on the Etsy.
Oh, right. So this going up on Etsy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. All right.
All 10 of them.
All 10 of them. All 10 things are going up on Etsy? 10 items are going up on Etsy?
10?
They might be on my wrists right now.
10? They might be. Oh, all right. We'll see you back in just a couple minutes, Joe. Cannability is suggesting that if you use magnets on the eyes, you'll be able to position them and make them...
repositionable?
Yeah, reposition and expression. Give them
expression.
Well,
the thing is I'm worried about is having the angry eyes, because...
I also get worried about having, lazy eye.
Yeah, crazy eye. You can... A lot of the expression changes in the eyeballs, so having a neutral eye is kind of important if you're going to have a neutral... But yeah, I like the being able... The puppet kits that you can buy at Toys R Us have Velcro. Because it is polar fleece, Velcro does stick to it. And so you can trade out the noses and the eyeballs and really kind of make your own custom puppet and then get bored of it and do it again like a Mr. Potato Head. And they just use Velcro.
Okay.
And it works great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so magnets are not my favorite thing. I keep thinking they're going to solve my problems.
Right.
But they haven't.
I was just talking to somebody about wanting to do a type of pistol for a cosplay. And wanted to put magnets on it so you could put it in the holster and make sure it would stay in. First, they didn't say holster, but as a way to make sure it stays in the holster. I thought they just wanted to do magnets right to the waist, like the old Star Trek phasers were.
Oh, okay.
Actually, some of those were Velcro, but they also did magnets.
Velcro makes way more sense. It holds really well, especially if you get good Velcro.
Yes.
And it doesn't wear out. You just have to clean it out. You just have to pick out the junk that got stuck in it, and it revitalizes it.
Exactly.
So.
The issue with magnets that I was pointing out, especially with having a prop on a waist, is magnets have very little shear strength. It's got a lot of pull strength, but in the direction of gravity, a few steps and it would just fall off.
Yeah, I want magnets to work.
Yeah, I want and they do work, but I want magnets to work in the magical way that it works in my head.
Exactly, and they never quite.
No.
They don't do the way physics work in my brain, okay?
Right! I want the Bugs Bunny Wile E. Coyote magnets. I don't want real world magnets.
Right? But I do like that, making the eyes not necessarily permanent.
That is a good idea. And I'm excited to hear that it's... do we have any of this fleece here? Because that isn't polar fleece, right?
This is polar fleece.
That is? Oh, okay,
This
cool.
is just fleece.
Just
Yeah.
fleece. All right.
This is an old blanket. This is from the one music video from the
Right.
tiny room. It's the tiny blanket. We're using stuff that's kind of here.
Yes.
And so this was in a box that
This was kind of here.
It was in the medical box
Ah,
with all the
Sure.
weird pills and the giant
Right.
syringe you help me build.
yes, the giant syringe with the
that-
retractable.
Is that where they could see it? Because they have to see this awesome gnarly.
Hopefully, I don't know, but
It would have been right.
it's
Hi,
it.
people. Actually, I think I saw it in this box out here.
Oh, okay. So what Felicia's looking for, her father collected all sorts of eclectic and weird things, and it is an old metal medical syringe, and they wanted to use it for a music video when they went out to a place locally called Preston Castle, which is a 1920s very gothic castle-like structure.
Look at this.
Yeah, there it is. All right,
And it totally.
it still works. Okay.
It still works. Okay,
Let me go
camera
ahead and-
4.
Camera, this guy up here. Can you see?
Camera 2.
Yeah, let me pre-do 2. There we are. So you can.
All right, where's?
So you see it? Okay. So let me do it again, and now you're live.
Now I'm live.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? You can totally tell it's not me, but
Yeah, you can totally tell it's not happening, but yeah, you can't. Oh, the needle got. Well, that's all right. You can't see into the tube at all, but did make it so the needle would depress, and then the plunger should plunge too. Or
it does.
There it goes.
It just doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it has to line up. There it goes. It has to line up right, so it's able to depress while the needle's depressed. So the two things were. Yeah. Well.
It worked great.
It worked great 2-3 years ago.
It's really been a few years, hasn't it?
It's been a few years.
Yeah, but we totally have a gnarly looking retractable needle.
Yes.
It's in the medical
Bioshock
box
needle.
of things. I was digging through it. I saw this, but I pulled this out because I was like, oh, polar fleece is the perfect thing for puppets.
It
Muppets.
is. Muppets.
Yeah. But, oh, now I'm all itchy.
Itchy and scratchy show.
I wanted to get the body out of foam started.
That's probably a good plan, because I think I'm close to being done with the basic head shape, right? I cover from fabric from here.
I'm going to use a piece of paper to work out my shape.
Please do. Hey, look at this! It's noon!
Is it new?
It is actually noon. Rick Skinner's asking if we are making our puppets from a sketch, or are we just winging it? We're just winging it.
Yeah, this is our self-puppeting.
Yep.
This is us having no plan, just using what is in shop and currently available at our fingertips. So we're not purchasing anything for this project. It's all
Right.
stuff that's just already here.
Yep.
And we're making self-puppets. So Odin's making Odin and I'm making me, and we'll see how they end up.
How they turn out. I'm not trying to do any kind of like real serious represent self. I'm just like, this will be a puppet, this will be me, and it'll look like a puppet. It'll be
I'm
fine.
blue, right?
Yeah, you're totally blue. Sean Karg says that they got their duct tape coffee mug this last weekend. So you want to send a picture? We'll post a picture.
Nice.
Alrighty. I need to go over and click end stream. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to find
I think I want to...
edit. Scrolling. There it is. Unlisted. Click. Public. There it is. So, public again. There's a done button down there. Done first, then save. Privacy. Public. So the 13 concurrent viewers, this should grow. Alrighty. So, hello everyone, or to soon to be everyone. You can go ahead and continue. I would just want to say welcome to the public portion of Odin Makes live stream. It is now noon, and I just clicked the signal over to being public. So I'm saying hello and welcome to a few people who've started to trickle into the public stream. So far, everyone in the chat right now is a member of my Patreon. All those patrons get to throw paintbrushes around and trip over Toby. all the members of my Patreon get early access to live streams, and so we start 45 minutes early every Sunday to give all of them, all of you, a chance to be able to have your voices heard, do a one-on-one live video talk back and forth. It's fun. Now you do get a chance to see that in the playback, but if you want to be part of the live portion, if you want to be able to get in and say hi to both of us, then please check out odinmakes.com/ it's patreon.com/odinmakes. And I told Nora I'd put that in the description, and I forgot to. So maybe I should go and do that. But that'll give you a chance to be able to be part of getting early access. And if there's another tier, they'll get you to be part of the Discord access, where you can talk to me and Felicia and Joe all the time, as well as play Among Us on Fridays. And there's other activities that we try and do throughout the week. And then there's another tier where you get Minecraft access. I got my own private Minecraft server set up.
I hear that's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Toby likes it, or Bruno likes it too.
Toby, Bruno, you guys go. We're done.
But it is a lot of fun, and it's really it is a survival mode server. But I've been having a lot of fun building and running around and trying to help a couple other people, and just whatever. It's great. It's obsessively great. Mr. Rooster is here saying, "What's up, my dudes?"
What's up?
Richard Grant says, "Hey, Odin, you're the best. Thank you. And I appreciate the fact that you left out that extra vowel, and I'm certainly not a beast." Strict Aphid says, "Oh, word to the public, release the Kraken." I really like the Harryhausen Clash of the Titans. Oh, Ianolith just popped in. Hi, Odin and Felicia. Good to see both of you, and the picture quality of the stream is still choppy. Might be something on my end. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of feedback that the stream seems choppy. So I will definitely share this with the person who's in the building that makes decisions about the internet. That we've had consistent comments for a couple of weeks now about how the stream seems choppy. All I can say is I'm in the back of the building. We've got multiple things set up to try and get the best signal we can out of the building, and nothing inside the building has changed except the internet provider. So if we want to point a finger at somebody...
Did you get Comcast?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, AT&T. But,
Really?
Yep, I'm pretty sure it's AT&T.
I thought AT&T.
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But, you know...
We'll see.
Let me move the phone piece before Toby decides it's a bed.
Right, because that's a funky spot, right?
Oh, that's a comfy spot. That's foam, which is going to be a little bit warm and nice. So, it's Sunday. Hello, I'm Odin, and this is...
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And welcome to the Sunday Odin Makes live stream. Welcome to the public portion of the Sunday Odin Makes live stream. And today, this week, we are continuing with our puppet builds, where we are making Muppet representations of ourselves. These are
We're doing self-puppeting.
Self-puppeting. These are done in spirit. These are not going to be accurate Michelangelo, sculptures of ourselves. I'm a shelled peanut, and you're a square blue thing.
I'm a whale. I feel like this is giving off fishy vibes to me for now.
Fishy fish. Fishy fish.
I know, it's kind of like a xenomorph if you extend all that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
make it a... or an anglerfish. Put a thing off the front.
Right? I love how these things always get so ugly before they get better.
Yes.
And so I'm like, this one's getting nice. Like, bleh.
So I need to curl the chin back, otherwise I'm Mr. Robot. Yeah, it's alright. I should make a ball sack puppet, because that dude's totally a puppet already. Okay, Yalana says, "Thank you so much, and hopefully this person will fix it." Hopefully, I do think it's going to require something happening externally. I mean, realistically, the internet signal is bouncing off something in space, right? So, that's the way that thing goes.
We're doing our best, and we're live.
And Yana heard you saying, "Hi, Joe."
Oh, hi!
Hi! Joe is in the building, lurking in the shadows.
Oh, look
I guess I could just do my bit now, right? Like,
You could, yeah.
how many
Hey
people
guys,
we
guess
got?
what? Joe has a treat.
Well,
Wow, yeah, I'm getting warning from yeah. It's definitely something's funky with the
interwebs.
internet.
do you want me to talk to John? Maybe I don't think there's anything he can.
I
do
don't
on
think there's anything he can do
stream,
while it's live.
Not
Yeah,
today.
go ahead and go
Well,
run.
I'll-
Yeah, that.
I mean, he might be watching the stream.
He usually is, but not always. I mean, it all depends on how busy he is doing other things.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you'll have to wait to see what Joe's going.
Yes, but Joe does have something he's going to bring on and talk to us about when he gets back to talking to Mr. Fix-It. Fix it, fix it, fix it.
The person with all the power.
Yes, person with all the Joe. Lurking Joe, laugh out loud.
I want to stab you.
You want to stab me?
I love this thing. Sorry. It's too much fun. You know, I think this is a great Halloween prop.
It is a great Halloween prop.
Oh, look at I fixed it.
Oh, good, good, good. It
So
wasn't
now it works.
the Blink-182. She's just got a glove. What album cover or something? There's somebody with a big syringe with I don't know, whatever. Every time we pick that up, there's some image of somebody or something.
Well, this did make it in a music video.
It
and
did.
it did get the shot of it getting stabbed in.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, the music video directed by
Raul Gonzo.
who I wrote about this week on my Patreon. The post was all about the photo shoot. Raul did a photo shoot here with a big
saw.
green bus. Yeah, and I got to be in it.
I saw. I was like, oh, look at it.
Yeah, and Jesse Plays the Hits is in there too.
That's awesome.
And so is As Seen on the Internet. Which Jesse's a patron. He's the one that wrote the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cover song that we used for the one video that we've done.
Yeah, he's in the intro of that.
Yeah, he's in the intro of that.
Yes. Fun times, right?
Fun times.
I like crazy people.
We need to do more Power Rangers.
Right?
Right.
We need to do more music videos again.
We need
It's
to do
been a
more
while.
music. Yeah, it has been a little while.
It's been 2 years, for me at least.
It's been 2 years?
Well, because
Oh, yeah, okay.
beginning of the pandemic, I got a different job.
Has it
right
been 2
before.
years since the skeleton puppets, the dancing skeletons?
Okay, maybe it's been a year and a half.
Okay, because it seems like that wasn't 2 years ago.
That was probably okay. I have worked on a few things, but it feels like since this thing has happened, I've really backed off because I got a real job
Right.
that pays real
That pays,
living
that
wages.
pays a real living wage, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Let you do crazy things like afford rent and food at the same time.
The thing is like I was fine, you know, but it was just the timing of working as an independent contractor, waiting for things to get.
Yeah.
It's like technically I've made the money, but it just can't guarantee that things will come in a timely manner.
Right.
So, although I feel like technically it works out to be about the same, the consistency makes a
Okay.
huge difference.
Yeah.
Just consistency.
Consistency is yes.
Because nobody gives a crap. But when I'm trying to explain on my taxes, well, I'm an independent contractor and I work with different companies. There's like 12 of them that I have sets of invoices for. Anyways,
Yeah. And?
taxes.
Taxes.
But now it's easy.
No, it's easy.
Now I have a real grown-up job and I love it.
Timothy Upton's apologizing for spelling your name wrong, Felicia. I'm sure,
How did he spell it? I'm just curious.
Oh, okay.
I've had a few.
We're gonna call you out now.
That's okay.
Oh, it's Felicia.
Felicia. Okay.
Felicia.
I have a coworker
How's it going, Felicia?
who spells her name like that
Oh,
with
okay.
an A, and her name's Alicia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've seen people spell my name that way. I had a friend who her name was Felicia, but she spelled it with a PH.
Oh,
Licia.
okay.
And so her nickname was Phil.
Yeah.
And then I met a lot of Felicias. You think it's an uncommon name, but I've known so many. And then there's Felicia Martin. She has the extra EI in her name.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, how'd you spell it? Because to me, my name is the normal way to spell it, but I don't really
Right.
meet very many Felicias that spell it the same way as me. They usually spell it some completely different way. That is one of them. I've
Okay.
seen it. Just curious.
I actually have yet to meet an Odin.
You haven't.
I have not met a human Odin. I've met
No.
teddy bears. I've met dogs.
I met Owen.
I've met Owens.
Yeah.
There was a young Odin that ran by while Toys R Us was still alive. That's the closest as I got. But I was not going to walk up to a 9-year-old and introduce myself because that's creepy.
Right. Hey, look at Mr. Can Do Somethings here. Sorry.
It's all right. Welcome to the Foam Channel.
All foam, all the time.
All
All right,
foam, all
foam
the time.
sommelier. What is this that we have here?
So I just need the Ethernet cable. Odin, would
So-
you happen to have an extra Ethernet cable sitting around anywhere accessible?
Sitting around accessible?
Okay.
No.
Oh, John's got one.
There's been one in the storage room probably, but no, I don't have one sitting around. I end up making them to order, and the one I have that I know is spare is running through the rafters because things were hooked up. So, you know, I'm just saying, can't wait for more pictures of something. I'm not sure what now. Leah Jones says, I must be really special. I'm having no issues with the stream. Okay. Oh, Bogdan Gamer Boy says, Blink-182, All the Small Things album was with the syringe.
Okay.
Okay. But,
so you weren't.
So I wasn't, but there's also the one same band, right? With the nurse with the glove. No, the baby's Nirvana.
Yeah.
I went to Rock and Brews on Friday, really briefly, before we went to go see No Time to Die. Met up with Tim Watts, who's probably not watching, but this is able to. So Rock and Brews is a kind of a chain owned by Gene Simmons and another member of Kiss. So the inside is all, rock and roll themed, and they got large album artwork on the walls. Well, they got the giant swimming baby from Nirvana up on the wall. It's 5 feet square. This giant picture, this giant baby who's been photoshopped to be, TV appropriate.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, is it 5 foot?
Yes. Does the baby have a 6-inch? Yeah, no.
I heard that place is really cool. I haven't been there myself, but
it wasn't bad. They had 51 beers on tap, which I like. But it was very loud. It was very loud, not just because there was a lot of people and music was playing, but because basically it's a barn and it has very live audio. If that makes sense. The
acoustics.
The acoustics is crap. Yeah. And they reused the golf course that was outside.
Yeah,
from
Sunsplash. Was that Sunsplash or?
Wow, I knew the name the other day and now I'm forgetting it.
Yeah, or was it?
Paradise Island.
Paradise Island, yes. I went on dating.
Oh, there you go.
Like back in high school.
But they got rock music playing out there too, and so yeah. It was fun. It was fine as a place to meet before going to a movie. I don't think it's going to be a hangout.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I heard it had lots of activities.
It probably does.
Probably over here.
Bruno, all done. Come here, babies.
So I think it's
the
main camera over there.
He does not like being in a corner.
Right.
Nobody puts Bruno in a corner.
Nobody puts Bruno in a corner. I'm now trying to watch the guys try and figure out how to hook up another computer to the internet.
Yeah, where's the
Let's see if we.
I think the router is in the loading dock.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
And all the wires run back here from the loading dock.
Oh, I see. So I see. Okay.
Yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
Yeah, when they open the door.
Mr. Rooster's crying away saying, "The oxygen destroyer! Make the oxygen destroyer!"
You haven't?
I have not made the oxygen destroyer yet.
Okay, you got it.
I got to.
Eventually,
I will make the oxygen destroyer. I totally will. And I missed out on something that could have been really awesome if I just bothered to plan ahead. Some of the Ultraman actors were just here in Pleasanton, like an hour away. If I'd gotten the beta unit done, yeah. That's what I get for being caught up in my own thing and not paying attention to opportunities that are around me.
Yeah.
James Allen's coming in with, "Hi, y'all."
Hi.
And Timothy Upton is saying, "My girlfriend has a name just like that you may... Blah. My girlfriend has a name you may not get the first try. It's Trisha, pronounced just like Teresa." And I didn't. It's Treeca. Teresa.
Okay, I can see that being.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I
didn't.
I would not spell. Yeah. There you go.
Mr. Rooster is warning Joe to not come on the stream without the Wonder Woman costume on. Joe's wearing a black T-shirt and jeans. Sorry, he's going to be. That was probably a one-time deal. Although I'm sure Joe would be more than happy to put it on again. But let's see. We've got Steve Wilson says hi from the UK, and you are one of the reasons I got into crafting. Well, thank you, Steve. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We got Mac. Well, my first name is Derby. Think about that. Talk about an odd name. Yep.
What were your parents thinking?
They probably had reason.
Can I use your saw?
Yes.
Because
We can turn on the saw and you can use that.
I will make some loud noises over there.
Turner Jenkins says, "This has been pretty cool, but sadly I have to go." Goodbye, Turner.
Well, thank
goodbye.
you for joining
I hope you all
us.
have a good one. Thank you for joining us for as long as you could. So thank you. All right. Trying to think what I'll just start working on the nose, I guess.
You can put the nose on top.
Yeah, and I might do what you're talking about with just doing
The Velcro top.
the
pieces.
Velcro top pieces. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got a piece of that denser foam. I thought I would just
You're not
sculpt a
using
nose
a
out
cat
of it.
toy nose?
I could make a cat toy nose. It would just be a round nose.
There's no cat toy there.
No, I think I finally used the cat toy I've had set away. So the cat toys are. I will grab cat toys because the box of cat toys is definitely stream worthy. But I'm going to wait until you're done. So
Till I'm done
someone's
making
on
my
screen.
noises.
Yeah. Yes. So while Felicia
this
runs
the
a
right
power
blade?
tool, this is the correct blade.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. There you go. And I apologize, I do not have a camera set up pointed at the bandsaw so we can enjoy Felicia cutting foam on the bandsaw. Hopefully you can hear me. I think you probably can. I'm sure you can hear the bandsaw very well too. Alrighty. Oh, Mr. Rooster signing off already as well. Well, thank you for popping in. Bogan Gamerboy is asking if I can make Luffy's straw hat from One Piece. Possibly.
That would be a good one.
That probably would be, yeah. And Rainier Hunt is working on a Doctor Who sonic screwdriver right now.
The dogs want their treats.
Okay, dogs want their treats, so used to it. What are you trying to tell me?
The router's good?
The router's good? Everything's
No, I
good?
think it might be the Black Magic.
Oh, okay, it might be the Black Magic.
Set for
So I'm getting asked if I've got the Black Magic set for output. Where am I looking for that? Sorry, tech support live. Is that here?
I don't mean to make a political statement with my shirt, sorry.
Oh, well, that's an old political statement.
That would be it. Primary, yeah, you're good. And it should show display status.
That's good. Click there.
Yeah, they
So-
said it is, so you're good.
Okay.
And, oh yeah, look at that seat. You're way low for some reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not know why.
Is this gonna help?
I think so. No.
Hi guys.
What's
It
that?
doesn't do stream. So
I'm just talking to the camera because
Alright.
you guys are busy with tech support. So
Right.
Figured I would
Alright.
entertain them with my face. I don't know.
Oh, good. Well, we'll try and take a look at it after the stream. If I do anything now, we'll probably lose the stream. So yeah.
the important part's taking video good.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Maybe not over the bandsaw.
Maybe not over the video.
Yeah.
Yanalith says, "Thank you for coming in and trying to look at it, and trying to fix it, sir. And it's very nice to get to see your face now, Joe."
Oh,
So everyone, that was John Christensen. He's the one. He's the one behind making the media center go.
he's the man.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Thank you. Good luck.
Strictly Apron says, "Joe, you're sus.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Remember, come Friday, vote Joe because he's sus."
Remember that last game on Friday? Oh yeah. And by the way, stupid monkey, you're a great imposter buddy.
I believe Stupid Monkey is the one that killed me on that particular game.
I think he did.
So
yeah.
I did not know it was you. It was the other one. Which, you know, once you're knocked out and dead in Among Us, it really doesn't matter anymore.
Right,
But
yeah.
you just
Yeah.
run around trying to finish your tasks. That's all you can do.
It's quiet.
Daniel Jackson says, "Hi, Joe." And Durmac Derby says, "Hi, John," who's not here. Nora says, "Hello, Joe." And Nora says, "I'm always dead first," which that happened again last week too, didn't it? Or
The week before, yeah.
Stephen 04 is asking me if I'll ever make Red Guardian's MCU shield. Maybe now that it's appeared in What If. Let me be perfectly honest. Black Widow had such a prolonged release date that the time between making the Red Guardian helmet when the trailer got released and the period and when the movie came out, I lost the helmet in between.
Back out.
So yeah, not happy that disappeared. That was one of a couple of props. I'd gone to a con, and some point in time between loadout and getting back to the house, some props disappeared. whether they were stolen out of the back of the truck, taken out of a box, or if the box flap came open and they blew out on the freeway. I do not know what happened exactly, but there are a few things missing. That's one of them. Thanos' helmet was another one. And so both of those are like, yeah.
A little sore spot.
Yeah.
It hurts a little.
It hurts a little because I can make them again, sure. I've got patterns for both.
But
You know, Jerry Rig Props made a great Red Guardian. But if I do that, I'm not making a new video.
you're making an old video and you're 2 steps backwards before
Right.
taking a step forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It
I
hurts.
feel it.
Yeah. Timothy Upton says, if it helps IT picture, there's not much we can do at this point because I've already started. It looks like it might be settings on my end.
Next week, hopefully, will be better.
Next week, hopefully, will be better. Hey, Joe's brought a treat.
Yeah, so these are the 10 rings. You guys should already know that they're the 10 rings. These are going to go up on Etsy tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Still got to figure out what the price is on it. You need to give me times and material costs.
$2.
I don't think it's going to be $2, Odin.
Oh, okay.
I think you worked on these a little bit longer than
I worked on these a little bit long. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of R&D with this one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love all the little details. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
They look amazing in person versus the video. They look okay. No.
I
They look great.
Thank you.
I saw you wood burning that in person, and it just like totally blew my mind because he did
right.
it with the LEDs on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tried to show that in the video, and it didn't quite come through with the camera angles as well. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to have them on. I think they were red, right? When I was burning them.
I think they're red.
And so doing the thing, it would just open up and glow red. It was, yeah.
It looked so cool.
Yes.
So cool.
And
So
I love that the red's the good guys.
Yes.
Yep. Red is good, blue is bad.
Yep. Well, red is the good luck color, isn't it? Culturally speaking.
I don't know.
Okay. That's what I'm hearing that a few times.
I am culturally dense when it comes to Chinese
Fair enough.
culture, so
Oh, we're almost at the limit of what I know.
yeah.
At least what I'm willing to admit. No, that's anyway. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
So for your chance, they'll be on Etsy
they'll
tomorrow.
be at Etsy tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what about our friends over the pond? What about anybody who may want to do international shipping? Is that going to be an option?
That is going to be an option.
Because unfortunately, we had somebody miss out.
So the last auction, I think it was
Is it an auction? Is it Etsy?
No, it wasn't auction. It was Etsy. I'm sorry. I think you said auction, so I said auction. We're all saying auction. Yeah. Well, we used to do this on eBay, and eBay was
Fair enough.
annoying.
If I said auction, I apologize.
So one thing that Etsy has, which is similar to eBay, is a global shipping program. They use a partner to ship stuff internationally. Now that is appealing for a business like yours because it kind of takes some of the liability away.
Okay.
Because they understand shipping things to, let's say, a country like Italy.
Right. Because Italy has their own privatized mail system.
It's not very good.
No, it's great.
It's not very good.
You just have to bribe them to get it there. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor that I've heard.
Yeah. So
That's what I've heard.
So we're going to be trying out the new international shipping service.
Down and go down
yeah,
over
yeah,
here, like that. Maybe back a little bit, somewhere in there.
So
we
like
can
that.
do this. We can do that.
There we go. Oh yeah.
We'll get the QVC shot. So the 10 rings from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings. This is going to be available on Etsy tomorrow at 10 a.m. And it actually has a switch on the inside to change the colors from the red of the good guys to the blue of the bad guys. So tomorrow you'll get your chance to snatch this up. And it's going to be a first come, first winner. So the prices are to be determined. But this is a potentially once in a lifetime chance to be able to get a hold of a actual prop that Odin made on Odin Makes. Actually, you'll get plenty of chances, but it's the only chance to get this one.
This one. Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, I put up a new I put up a new thing every week. So every Monday there's always going to be a new prop.
Right.
So
I'm just trying to have fun with all the cameras because I noticed how close it was to the right angle.
yeah.
Not that I've watched any QVC before. No, never. No.
Never worked.
I never worked for a company that made their money off of QVC. Yeah, because Play totally did. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys, give you guys the first option to take a look at what's going to be up for sale at 10 a.m. in case, well, you wanted it. So,
And this is totally not a sponsored video.
no, it's not.
Because it's my own stuff.
Right, yeah.
Buy my merch.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there's
no.
also your Teespring and stuff like
Right.
that. So if you want to support,
Was
the
it-
channel by getting stuff, you
Getting
can
stuff.
do that through Teespring. You can get your own Odin Makes
Right.
taped mug.
Which Sean Karg said he got his.
Oh, awesome.
Did he post a picture? Not that I'm seeing yet.
Okay. That's all right.
But yeah, Sean's actually received his duct tape coffee mug.
And Nora received their
Marvel hoodie.
Her Marvel hoodie. So,
With the logo that
yeah.
they helped
That
design.
they designed, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So very cool stuff. So
Very.
there's some fun stuff. I've got some ideas for merch. Thankfully, I am a graphic artist, so
Oh, good.
I need to bust out the tablet and start like drawing stuff.
Putting your degree to use.
Yeah.
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 Remember, it's not just a coaster.
All right, I'm gonna go.
All right.
So have a good stream, guys, and
Thank you.
enjoy making yourselves.
All right.
Yeah.
Will do.
Dog.
There
we go. Yeah.
Limit Breaker's art tutorial was asking me if I would make a weapon from Soul Eater. Sure! I would have to look up exactly what Soul Eater is because bells are not ringing. That's not familiar.
I'd have to Google it because
Yeah.
I'd get something in my head and be completely wrong even if I know it exactly. Like
Yeah, exactly. I was.
I've just accepted I need reference images.
And honestly, thank you for suggestions because, yeah, there's lots of things I like and there's lots of things I'm interested in, but there's way more stuff out there than I'm aware of. So getting suggestions is crucial, and I appreciate it. Don't be offended if I don't read all of the requests that come through during the live stream, but I do look at them. I do have a list that is ever growing and expanding and doing its thing.
The eventually list.
Yes. Jack Vasferi is saying that they're working on a Starro mask. And a Patrick SpongeBob Starro. And a Miss Minute Clock. Yeah.
I love it. When I saw it, I'm like, that reminds me of Patrick.
Right.
Love it. Okay.
Well, we got a couple Hey Odins. Let's see. Ben the Bean says, Hey Odin, working on a Captain America shield. And I'd like some advice, if you will. Should I use Plastidip or another primer over Quick Seal? Okay.
You like Plastidip, don't you? Or
Plastidip, yeah. Plastidip should be fine. Did you do the entire shield in Quick Seal, or you've only got the seams done in Quick Seal? Quick Seal is an acrylic-based silicone caulking used in bathrooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evil Ted loves it for doing the seams and smoothing out his foam builds. The only drawback I've seen with Quick Seal is you can't sand it because it's silicone.
it'll peel.
Yeah, it just peels and it doesn't
And what
sand.
do you like instead of Quick Seal?
I've been using Alex Fast Dry, which is
Yeah,
actually a wall spackle, but it's I get the flexible one that's made for reoccurring cracks, so it gives a little bit, and then it gets encapsulated behind Plastidip anyway. With Quick Seal, Ted says it takes paint, so because it's been a while since I worked with it. Plastidip should be fine over it. I ran into an issue with my Blades of Chaos because I used the flex tape, right? The QVC guy with the smacking tape over the leaky bucket, and it's the problem solved. They made a spray-on version. I tried using that, and that worked, but then I Plastidip over it, did something else over it, and the two of them didn't connect. And over time, the Plastidip shrank and started to peel away and do
Because you have to think about all the chemical properties of all of the layers.
all the layers, and that's the concern I would have. But I don't think that happens with Quick Seal.
Quick Seal gets Plastidip.
I think it accepts the paint because it's
test
acrylic.
section.
Yeah, that's probably wise to do a test section
Yeah.
before you do something you spend a lot of time on.
I wonder if you do a nice thicker layer of the Plastidip and then do the naphtha to smooth it out, if that would help.
It might.
Because it might help build up around if it's just the seams. If you can't really sand the seams.
Right. You can actually, it's a little harder to find at this point in time, but the original plastic that came in a can, like Pringles
Yeah,
chips.
you can still. I saw that at the hardware store. Oh, it's only in yellow though.
Okay, well, it
And-
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but they had the can where you dip the things in. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
look it! I heard you talking about that stuff, but you only have it in yellow.
Yep.
At that
'Cause-
one Home Depot.
Right. It is available in black, but that liquid form was the original form, and it was specifically made to dip your metal tools to give them a plastic grip. There are guys that get that and then thin it and spray it through a spray gun. And the LARPing community that was part of with Beyond Geek, that's what he did. He would thin his down and brush it on to build it up. And then after he got it built up a few times, he came back with the spray can, because the spray can would dissolve the topmost layer and eliminate all the brush marks. Because Plastidip is self-solvent, so.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why we used the naphtha to
Yeah.
really just for the nice texture of the.
And I did it for the Millennium Puzzle too.
Yeah, that I love that rub and buff. It
Right.
just gleams. But
We'll go ahead and.
yeah.
The all-seeing eye is always watching. Well, maybe not, but anyway. Oh, hey, we got enough bounce slide off the foam. It works.
There you go.
Remember, Odin, it's not a mirror.
You have a mirror right there.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. So yeah, same thing with that's the smoothing it. It works. Takes a little bit of extra time, but not really any more extra than sanding.
Right? You're.
Wet sanding, wet paper towel sanding.
Yeah. I think this might have been too big, but that's okay. I can always go down for a body, for my head size.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Nathan Deek is saying, "Why? I hope I didn't pronounce that all the way wrong.
Deek?
I don't know. D-I-C-K. Nathan Die. Hey, Odin, it's Nathan again. Would you be interested in making the Dagobah lunchbox Luke had in The Empire Strikes Back? Love the channel as always, and thank you. Let me be honest, the first thing I can think of is the generator that lit up that he plugged R2 into. I'm trying to remember the lunchbox. I know he pulled the giant-sized almond roca out of it, and Yoda wanted to know how he grew so big eating food such as this. But I don't remember the lunchbox. Now, I had the Empire Strikes Back lunchbox as a kid. Getting requests for the Jafara staff from Stargate. Jack of all trades has posted the custom t-shirts, mugs, and stickers. Then check out Teespring. Thank you. And did I not? Oh, I may not have done it this week. Last week I had it. I had a link. Well, whatever. I won't do it right now because I'll just be quiet and click around a whole lot.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. My brain suddenly kind of crashed a little bit. Zahir Dawood is just waiting for the inevitable Carnage mask. Stephen Deitch is asking, what are you making, Felicia?
I'm working on a body. Well, just kind of figuring
Just
out.
any old body? May I
Yeah.
have the scissors? Do not want to reach across in front of you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm working on a body. This is the neck. This is the body. Kind of put in a dart to give it some roundness and shape to it.
Okay.
I think I did it too big for my head, so it's probably the size for your thing.
Oh, so you're working on my body?
Probably.
Oh,
We'll see.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's about the right scale for your body.
I lost weight, too.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know until I put it together, and then I can scale it.
Okay.
You know? So, do we know what we're doing? No.
No, we're totally making it up as we go.
Yeah, pretty much. Hope you guys enjoy the crazy ride.
Yes.
I'm going to do one side at a time.
Wow. Ben Films has some very specific questions that actually I do not have answers to. Ben Films is asking, do I have any advice on how to do prop making as a career? Like, how would you get started? What the salary would be? What education would you need, etc.? So I'm old school. I started doing this in the 80s where you had to figure it out and go to the library and have a huge passion for it. There were no schools. There was hardly ever any reasonable tutorials on how anything was done, because
We have the University of YouTube now.
We have the
City
University-
colleges are great resources.
they are. They always were, but still that aspect kind of wasn't there. You just learned a lot of different weird little skills. Adam Savage says this. Being a fantastic generalist is probably really good at doing props and having to figure something out on the fly on set, because you need to know a lot. You need to know a little about a lot of things.
Pretty much a jack of
Yeah.
all trade, master of none.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say you can't be a specialist. You totally
no, totally.
can.
We go out of our way to look for certain specialists
Yeah.
depending on the project, but ultimately, commercial work, ads,
Yeah.
and those are where the money is. Like
Yep.
all the independent stuff, YouTube or passion projects, even music videos, they don't pay well. You more or less get the pleasure to participate, but commercial work is where they really pay the money. So getting those kind of gigs is what like keeps you being
Right.
able to do more of the funner stuff that then eventually kind of build up in the amount of work you get.
One of the reasons they pay better is because they have such a crunch time frame. It's like, hey, we want to do this thing in 4 days.
Honestly, the
Not-
crunch time is everywhere. You get
Yeah,
more
okay.
time on the production on the thing. You get much bigger budgets overall on commercials. Like the biggest budgets that, because I did do some producing and stuff like that. The biggest budgets we get are on commercial budgets. That's where
Okay.
you get your money. That's where the money is to do any of the crafting and creativity. Is selling out. You know,
Yeah.
like ultimately selling out is where the money is.
Yeah.
So if you can get commercial work, that's the kind of work that actually pays the bills. The other work is the fun work where you make the connections of people who have access to the commercial jobs. But that's kind of, if you want to actually do it professionally, that's where it kind of gets paid. Even Jim Henson, he got his commercial. He did his commercials with
Yeah, he did start with coffee and cigarettes and
because
things.
that's
yeah.
where the money is. That's
Right.
how you can fund your passion is by is marketing.
And Jamie Heineman from Mythbusters with MI6 was all commercials.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah, no, Pixar.
Oh, Pixar. Yes.
They started out doing the commercial work so that they could then fund their passions to make more of the creative, bigger projects. So commercial work is ultimately where the money's at, and that's kind of, if you want to do this long term, you kind of have to get in with commercial businesses and things like that. So, but prop making as a career, you need to find someone who needs props. So if you want
Right.
to make manufactured props, can you figure out the manufacturing process, and do you want to make that same prop over and over and over and over again, or is that going to bore the crap out of you and you want to do something different every week? That's a completely different ball game, because if you want to mix stuff week every week, you're not in the production, so you're not making the same prop over and over again, but you have to always come up with new. Anyways, I know I'm just rambling.
No,
but-
you're doing fine. Because you've played this game as well, and you've done it even more than I have, as far as hustling for. You talked about it just a little bit ago. Hustling for the newest contract you're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I think it was
hit
during
a-
the live stream.
it hit a point where it's like I wasn't seeking him out anymore. It was all just referrals.
Right, that
And-
does happen.
Yeah, you get to a point where you've worked with enough people. They're like, I need something. I know who to call.
Right, I know somebody who can call, who can do it, who can.
Somebody
Who
who
can
could
deliver.
hand this random project. Oh, I know who I'll call, and that's. You need me to make dancing skeletons? Well, okay, sure.
All right, sure, I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you need me to make a puppet? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
The wrong way.
So getting in with locally, the stage productions. Don't let them screw you over. Understand the value of your time.
Right.
You know, but be
Yeah,
involved.
stage productions notoriously are lower budget.
Yeah, no, I know. Like anything that's fun to do doesn't pay.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah.
But what does pay is the commercial work. So,
Well, that doesn't seem too big.
but I feel like there's other alternative outlets and avenues, and you have to be able to be create. It's not an easy task to get paid for your artistic work.
No, it is rough to get. It is rough to get paid for your artistic work. The idea of a starving artist is unfortunately still very real. There's still this pervasive idea that art should be free because I'm just watching it to enjoy it. So why on earth would we ever want to pay the artist? And yeah, so.
I have a very special set of skills. Yeah.
So, do I have any specific things? No. There are classes. I wouldn't necessarily. I would not suggest going to any kind of college or school that has a chain. If you find an individual shop that has a thing, especially from a name from someone who's been doing it, like Tom Savini used to run a class on doing makeup and monster casting. I think Stan Winston still has his school of arts. Those places I would trust. Those places would probably be fine because now you're learning from someone who's done it, who has set precedents. But going to a pay for my diploma, I don't have high opinions of those facilities. Joe's
It's
coaster
on
diploma.
who you know, not what you know
Yeah.
necessarily when
This
it
is true,
comes
too.
to prop building, because you can go to school all day long and still not be able to give me what I need you to give me. But if you
Right.
can prove that you can build the thing that I need you to build, I'm gonna hire you every time. Like I'm hiring PAs and things like that. I see your set of skills. I'm gonna give you,
Yeah.
So it's mostly the connections that you know, and that I can do it attitude that gets you more and more.
Right.
But
And this is actually 100% true for me. I started out I made friends through Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I started helping someone else with their little independent film called 9 Items or Less, where I made some specialty props out of foam for that particular show. And that friendship has continued. Still, we're at 20 plus years of friendship, and he's the guy that did Beyond Geek, which got me working on a program making a super suit that played on PBS, which got me my PBS job,
Yeah.
which I met Ivan, worked at Smosh, and now I'm here because I made this independent film with a friend because it sounded like fun and I didn't get paid at all. So yeah, it's totally connections.
I started doing student films.
Yep.
And I worked at a costume shop, and anyways, it was the people I met that really led to the real fun
Yeah.
projects. But commercial work pays the big bills. They have the big budgets. They actually pay you for your time and energy and effort. So just it is possible. I'm not trying to tell you don't try or
Right.
things. It's a possible career path. It's a possible
Oh, it's
to
totally
do.
a possible career path, but it's not a XYZ 1, 2, 3 career path.
No, it is. This is non-conventional way. There is no. Yeah. No wrong way, no right way. Hi, Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't set the blanket up for them over there, so they're at our feet where it's a little warmer to lay down. Alrighty. Let's see. Lego Man 2597, February 5th, 1997, says, "Hello, Odin and Felicia. I have a cue. Would I be better to add fabric to the back of the foam when I'm making samurai armor?"
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it would be perfect if you did that. It'll give it the better texture and everything.
Yeah, if you wanted to line it, definitely. Felicia had the best ever example for why you want to wear something inside the foam or you want to fabric back the foam.
Socks and shoes, people. Socks and shoes.
It's the difference between wearing a pair of shoes without socks and wearing a pair of shoes with socks. Depending on the shoes, that may not matter. But as a fellow who wears a lot of like leather work boots, I get it.
Even Crocs have holes in them.
Even Crocs have holes in them.
And people wear socks with Crocs for a reason. It's
Socks
not
with Crocs.
because it looks good.
And now Felicia's starting her new YouTube channel called Socks and Crocs.
Yes, but you can use felt actually on the back of foam.
Oh,
Just do a felt back. Treat it as one piece.
Yeah.
Easy to glue. You don't have to finish your edges. It gives
Right.
you a clean edge.
Or just glue the edges and let the middle move. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
not. So it's because the gluing the entire thing down flat could make it a little more stiff.
It could add a layer of density to your foam.
But it'll also make the fabric stiff against your skin.
Uh-huh.
But if you just do the perimeter, it'll be more fabric-like and
Yeah.
may be better.
I haven't run in too big of an issue with felt,
Okay.
because it only takes a little glue and it sticks fairly well,
Right.
and it gives you that barrier,
Oh, okay.
that little fuzz barrier, so it doesn't really take much. So foam and felt go really well together if you didn't want to use something expensive or have to worry about running edges or finishing edges, because woven fabrics, they'll
Right.
fray and knits will run. But felts, non-wovens are easy to work with, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to sew it, and you can just glue it. When I did samurai armor, we did it out of buckets, like Home
Right.
Depot paint bucket, not paint,
Just
those
the Home Depot
plastic
buckets.
Buckets.
Yeah.
And we did the fronts of them with a doe skin, which is a fake.
Oh, is it a faux leather?
It's not
Or-
leather, it's faux
Suede?
Faux suede. And underneath the suede, we did rivets with like the googly
Okay.
eyes kind of
Right.
style rivets. So we put the faux suede over the top of it, and it gave it this really great texture. We just kind of glued it and smooshed it, and then folded it to the back. And on the back, we finished it with a clean piece of fabric.
Okay.
So to just kind of finish off all the edges. So I've done samurai armor, and we did it out of fabric, and it looked really good. But we used so much glue that the doe skin really stuck and had this more leather-like.
Okay, it's soaked.
Yeah, it's soaked.
Okay.
It changed the texture and the fabric completely, but in a
Right.
good way.
But in a good way. Good. I'm glad it was a happy accident. I actually talk about that in the upcoming video about more than once, but I'm trying to be careful not to soak the fabric too much.
Yeah.
The thing that comes to mind also is of all the stupid things, looking at the behind the scenes of Return of the Jedi with all the foam monsters in Jabba's palace, because that was one of the biggest sessions I had at the time, was all those monsters, because I like foam. All the masks and gloves they had lined with basically linen. They sewed some sort of a fabric lining that was there, so it was a lot easier for the actors to pull on and pull off, and just kind of kept the foam directly off their skin. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
T-shirts, people. Like,
T-shirts,
just knit.
exactly.
Like knit is stretchy and it pulls over nicely, and it'll give you clean edges, and you can push it all to the back. So there's definitely advantages to each different type of fabrics, but
Yep. So yes.
yes, I highly recommend lining your foam in fabric if you can, even if it's just a layer of felt. Even craft store felt.
Yeah, craft store felt's fine. And totally different subject. I have seen stage armor made using fiberglass, but it wasn't fiberglass. It was felt and resin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabric impregnated with resin.
That's it.
That is then formed and molded.
Which is exactly
Yeah.
what fiberglass is. It's just not using the glass cloth, using the felt. It
Yeah.
was lightweight.
Yeah,
it was
completely
strong.
Works. It's
and
amazing.
it didn't have all. Fiberglass is itchy, and then if you don't have the seams done exactly right, it can act like a little tiny jeweler's saw against your skin.
Yeah, no,
So-
just use regular felt.
Yeah, regular felt was fine.
It absorbs the resin just fine.
Yeah.
But
Oh, good. Jack Vasfaria says, "Yep, I'm from Pittsburgh. Tom Savini School is still alive and well. That is awesome to hear."
well, then that would be a good place to do some research. At least take a class.
Yeah.
Get to know the people who go there because they obviously work in the field.
Right. Ad Vixen saying, "If you don't like my art, I'll cut my ear off." Oh wait, too soon? Ad Vixen, keep both your ears.
That's a Van Gogh reference.
Yep, it's a Van Gogh reference. Limit Breakers Art Tutorial says, "Are you guys making full-size puppets?"
Yes.
Well, I'm making a puppet about this size. Not quite.
Life size.
By the way, that's where the microphone is. Papa Platypus says, "Hi guys, love from London." Oh, and Hoth Survivor says, "Hello."
Hello.
Hello,
Survivor.
Hoth Survivor. Timothy Upton's asking me, which did you like more, Smosh or DIY Prop Shop? And which did you learn more from? I certainly learned more from Smosh. Smosh had a lot more varied things that they wanted, and it wasn't me deciding what I wanted to do.
It was never a dull day.
It was never a dull day.
How do we make edible poop?
Right. Getting back to edible poop. Hello, welcome to Odin Makes Sunday live stream. Today we're going to talk about edible poop.
Fudge.
Fudge. Pretty much, it was fudge, yeah. So yeah, definitely, I think I learned more with Smosh. I mean, that was a fun set of problem solvings because you would get the script maybe Tuesday, usually Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and then you had to get everything built by the end of Sunday so they could start shooting Monday.
You know, that's pretty standard no matter where, like
Yeah.
what jobs I did, commercial or professional.
Okay.
I never got more than 2 weeks to do anything.
Right.
Like I was remembering not the last set of puppets, but one of the sets of puppets I did, it was for the werewolf video where I had those two crazy little puppets that
Right.
were running around.
Right.
I did those the night before we were shooting, and if you told anybody that, it's like, wait, you waited till the night before to get those done? I'm like, no, I only had
the night before.
I only had 2 weeks of knowing the project, but 2 prep days.
Right.
The shoot day and 1 wrap day. So there's a lot of mental work that you're doing, and there's a lot of work that you're not getting paid to do.
Right, exactly. So saying 2 prep days means that she got paid for 2 prep days.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so the night before, I'm building
Building it.
full-size
Yeah.
puppets, and they turned out amazing. So it's just, it is the beast.
It is the beast.
And Smosh totally trained me for that.
Yep.
It's like, oh, every 2 weeks we need something completely different and completely crazy.
I think I probably had more fun with DIY Prop Shop because it was my own show, it was my own set, it was my own thing.
It was your
Far
production.
more relaxed. It was my own production. If there was any crazy, stupid stress, I did it to myself, which makes it a lot easier to live with. So
I like blaming Ryan for
Oh, it's so
everything.
nice to blame Ryan.
Always your fault, Ryan. No, I genuinely appreciate it, how much work that guy did.
Yeah, oh, totally. Painting with Jeremy's got a good, easy question. Saying, hey, Odin, do you have any advice on converting a paper craft pattern to foam? So you want to take a Pepakura file and convert it to foam? Yes. Unfortunately, I'm going to plug a program here. It's called Armorsmith Designer. Armorsmith Designer is a program specifically made to take Pepakura files and convert them into foam creations.
So you have to add the thickness of the foam.
You have to add the thickness of the foam, although I
Remove-
don't see that's in there as much.
Okay.
But it does remove some
Some
of the
lines?
seams.
Okay.
Yeah, it does bring some things back together. You can there's a thing in the settings for how much seam you can bring in, but the most important thing that Armorsmith Designer does. This is funny. I haven't used this program in like a year. You can measure yourself and create a virtual avatar or a virtual mannequin within the program. And then you can size the Pepakura file as it locks on to different places on your mannequin to make sure that this is the size you want. It's going to fit. You're not going to have your head isn't going to poke out of the top of the hat or
Did you
or
use
whatever.
that with Godzilla?
No, because I didn't. But we
it
did
all.
use it with the Gundam. But
And
we-
I was laughing because it was made for Joe's scale, but your Pepakura guy was your size.
Right.
And so you were clipping on everything.
Yes, I personally am too big for the limits of the Pepakura, so when you do it, it looks like the Michelin Man.
I wasn't going to say that.
That's fine.
No.
So yes, I think there's a free version for Armorsmith Designer. I'm not sure,
But what you really have to do when you're converting paper to foam is you have to take into account the thickness of the foam,
right.
and you have to remove seam allowance because you do not need seam allowance. There's no overlapping where you
Right.
do on paper. And when we were trying to figure out how much foam. So when I did the dress form, which yes, that video is not out, I needed to get the measurements exactly.
Yeah. Well-
And I went from a paper pattern to a foam pattern, and the foam pattern increased 2.5 inches in total circumference.
It did.
With adding up the width, the thickness.
The thickness.
The thickness of the foam, when added up with all the seaming, added 2.5 inches to the total circumference. So the inside circumference versus the outside circumference, that it changed the math. So you are going to have to mess with your math a little bit. I ended up taking in 1/8 of an inch at every seam. So I had so I had center front, side seam, side back, and back. So I had 5 seams
5 seams to go around one side.
to go around one side.
And so then effectively
It's
you
10
had 3
seams
other
total.
seams or yeah, okay.
Because it's both sides, because the front, I took off 1/8 of an inch from either side.
Okay.
So it was 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and that ended up
Right.
making the math work from the paper pattern down to the foam pattern. So it does change if scale matters to you. Sometimes it doesn't. That 2.5 inches isn't going to make that big of a deal. But sometimes that 2.5 inches is going to make a big deal.
Yep.
And for a dress form, it did make a big deal. So I had to.
Right.
I was thinking about that one for a while, going, how am I going to? Anyways, so depending on how thick your foam is, you are going to have to use slightly smaller paper patterns.
Yep. Slightly? It's
Slightly.
something else if you really want. A big help that's a tool you can have with yourself is to make yourself a set of foam rulers.
Yeah, that's how you...
I actually had on DIY Prop Shop. I had a viewer tell me about it that one of the older EVA foam armor things was to make a foam ruler. So I've got one here that is. This is the one I made for DIY Prop Shop. That's just a piece of
used
floor
that one because I was using floor mat foam.
Floor mat foam. This is also just good for 10 millimeter. But if I wanted to make a ring out of 10 millimeter foam that my hand could pass through, then I know with my ruler here, the marks that I've done inches. Got 5, 10, 14 inches. That's how much length of 10 millimeter foam I'm going to need to fit around my hand. Then I made another ruler for the other sizes I have. So here's a 6 millimeter, and same thing. I want my hand to fit. That doesn't quite fit the same. That's a little bigger. Anyway, it'll end up being smaller than it is. This is 13 inches because the thickness of the foam changes things.
Yeah, so that's where you really have the biggest difference between a paper pattern and a foam three-dimensional objects. Yes, they do work out, but it will change your dimensions. And not necessarily super noticeable, but yes, it's super noticeable.
It's super noticeable. And obviously, if you're more comfortable using metric, then make yourself metric marks. But my brain still works in these weird fractional... I think Ralph was calling it inferior units last week.
That's okay. Honestly, I convert them into fingers.
Yeah, there you go.
This is like a centimeter, so I know that like my pinky fits the centimeter. 2 fingers is an inch, and then the 4 inches is about my hand, and then this is about a foot. It's all referenced to me.
It's this plus that is a cubit, right? As long as you're the pharaoh.
Yeah, I just remember when we were in 2nd grade, my teacher was telling me, if you go like this, your foot, it's about a foot long. And then I remember being so little, I was like, but it's not quite. Now it is, but I remember that. There's a train.
There's a train.
Huh, they knew it.
Bruno Campos says, today I saw your Skeletor's Havoc staff. It was brilliant. Thank you. Very inspirational work. Would you be interested in doing Evelyn's orb staff? It's very okay. I can look at that.
That can go on the list. If you want to see something, you have to say it. Otherwise, he doesn't know.
Okay. This is a reasonable question coming from Zenandio Garcia Jr. Horribly pronounced that name. I'm very sorry. But hey, Odin, how do you calculate the price for the props that you sell? I pass that off. It's based on the amount of time spent on the prop and the amount of money spent on raw materials, and time is the big one. So I do not know what the calculation is because as the artist, I do not have the value of my time that I should. But that is taken care of by somebody else whom I trust and appreciate. So it's a formula based off of time and cost of materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to keep track of both of those things because either one of those things can totally screw you over when you're actually trying to make a profit.
Right. Time's the big one. It's really, really hard to get paid a living wage as an artist.
Yeah. Really keep track of your time.
Yeah.
Keep track of your time.
Keep track and know when you're giving more and that you are giving more. You're not going to be getting more.
Yeah, there are times where it's like my artistic ego is like, no, I need to put in the extra effort. I know I'm not getting paid extra for this, but my name's on that. I'm gonna make it look pretty.
Make it look pretty.
I'm gonna stay up really late and work really hard on this, but ultimately I do know that I am going over and beyond.
Right.
They don't deserve this in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they only paid me for 10 hours of prep day. The fact that I'm doing a 14-hour prep day doesn't mean I get paid more.
On certain projects.
On certain projects, yeah.
But commercial projects, you totally get paid legitimate. You get paid by the book.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, it is 1 o'clock.
Do we have viewer mail?
We have viewer mail this week.
We do.
We have viewer. So it's 1 o'clock, and I've always enjoyed. This is something that popped up once. I wasn't like begging for viewer mail, but I've always enjoyed when people wanted to send something and something to share. So there is a physical address if you want to send something physical. By all means, that is not required. But the PO box is in the link in the description. So if you want to do that, send something to me or Felicia, feel free. I have not checked it this week, so I actually don't know if something's in the box. The post office, because of the pandemic, changed hours, and it got to be really hard for me to get there on time. So I don't always get to the post office every week. But This week, we got virtual viewer mail. I got an email. Viewer email.
Viewer email.
Viewer email. So I've got that set up as I fumble with it. There we are. I want to do this and do that. There we go. And then we go back to here and find the email. So today's viewer mail is coming from Mark Schultz. Mark Schultz Jensen. Saying, hi, Odin, Felicia, and Joe. Who's read this email as well, but anyway. First off, thank you all for the inspiration and dedication you show to people around the world. I'm really proud to be part of this journey with you guys, so thank you. I hope I'll soon be able to support you on Patreon. That would be fantastic. We thank you fully for
desiring
to and just watching and
yeah. Thank you for participating.
Thank you for participating, definitely. As promised, here's something for you for the Sunday live stream fan mail. I delivered it digital instead of a print copy. Hope that's okay. Yes, of course that's okay. It's been a pleasure working with you guys, watching you guys. It's been a pleasure misreading your email. It's been a pleasure watching your guys' content, and I think I'll stick around for a little longer. Shout out to Groot, my Nordic friend. So talk to you on the stream, Mark Schultz.
Groot Gruesome?
Groot Gruesome Moment? Is this Schultz division? This is really cool. What do we got here? Let me pull this up so I can see it a little bit better too. And this is how Odin makes.
You need to have your little ending music going on. Oh, look at all the props.
Look at all the props. We got Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in the background. You've got the Wakanda shield on. Joe has a train coming out of it's just appearing from behind the logo. There's a train. Train. Apparently, I've got not only the Infinity Gauntlet, but I've also got Captain America's shield. Oh, I guess Stormbreaker's in front of the Captain America shield. Okay, this is really freaking awesome. That's really cool. I love the distressed scratch marks all over the logo. That is cool. That is really cool. Thank you, Schultz.
I think this is more your size, and I think I'm going to chop it off here. What do you think?
Yeah. You chop it up. Yeah, that's fine.
Because right here it gets a little...
Well, let me come back over.
So people can see. But
yeah, what are we talking about?
So I made a body.
You made a body.
A foam body. And I have to make it so your hand can go through this part.
Right. It probably will.
But I need to chop it down because that's past my elbow.
That's past your elbow.
So
okay,
this is definitely
Popeye.
too big for me. It's still a wet at the top, though. Just warning you.
Probably need to chop it down, too, just so I don't stress it.
Okay. But I'm thinking right about here.
Okay.
I'm going to go through the machine because
go
that was
through the
super easy.
machine.
But I have to wait till it dries.
It's probably wise. And I probably should do, I don't know, something on my puppet.
That's okay. Apparently I made your body.
Apparently you did. I appreciate that.
I'm definitely going to do this slightly smaller for the one for mine.
Strict Aphid is asking if I like fixer-upper props. I enjoyed working with Cosplay Repair because that was a very specific, on-the-fly, hey, can you help me? But to actually get a fixer-upper prop.
By something with the intent of fixing it, like the Pit Boy?
Like the Pit Boy or the Alien Queen. Some of that stuff, it's so much easier just to start over.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yes? No?
I've kind of come to a rule where I don't buy projects personally.
There you go.
Like, my craft room will get so full so easily with just fabric.
You don't say.
And materials and things. So unless I am actually intending on finishing that prop that I purchased all the stuff for, or costume or things, it has to be finished before I buy another one.
Right.
And so, yeah, I can't buy projects. I will not buy something with the intent of changing it. Like, if it doesn't fit me on at the store, I'm not going to purchase it and go, oh, I'm just going to take it in. Even though I know I can, I know I won't. I know I can fix it. Yes, I know I can make it look great. I also know I won't.
Yes. Not without some sort of deadline need to do it.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
something's good enough and it can be fixed with a safety pin, I usually will just leave the safety pin as the permanent fix.
Right, because it can be undone too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I, as a rule, try not to buy projects.
Okay. Now I know the noise has gone, but referencing an old comment here, Nora was getting very, very excited in the chat because a train was going by outside, and saying, "Wait, here it comes!" And caps are coming back, and this deserves a train. Yeah.
I think this is where I'm going to chop it off. So if you put your arm right there, your hand is going to go through the neck right here. So we need to make sure that it can fit through here. This is right where your elbow bends. Should I
Right.
do it slightly higher or
Possibly.
about an inch higher?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. You lose most of your dart there, but...
But this is the most important part.
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted to have more than...
Go ahead and do this first cut first.
Because
and
we
then-
can always trim it
Yeah, we
up.
can always trim it up.
Okay. It still has to dry before I cut it. But
Sure.
I think this
Thank
is
you for making a body.
Yeah. Little body.
Little
and then
body.
I figured we could do the little arms that are the...
Spaghetti arms.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
sticks.
Sticks that are
With-
just fabric, so you get the Kermit the Frog
Yeah,
thing.
I love
okay.
those type of arms. That's what I was planning when I did this. So if
Right.
you're okay with those type of arms.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with those types of arms. Totally.
But I think...
Yep, that was Schultz's vision. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this is a good size. Look at that. Give it a little black polo.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
New Zealand clay artist is asking, "Hey Odin, how long can it take to make a prop?" It just says NZ, so if I'm totally wrong on that, I apologize for my assumption on the initials. It depends on the prop, my dedication and focus. So some things can go together very quickly. The Millennium Puzzle actually went together fairly quickly, but it took me a few extra days to get the video done. Some things take a long time, like the like Soul Edge behind me. That was nearly a month of getting that put together because of waiting for all the stuff to dry, and it was just hours of sculpting all the meat in the sword. I listened to all of the Martian audiobook and all of the World War Z audiobook, just getting the center sculpted on that sword. So it depends on the prop. Generally speaking, I give myself about a week to conceptualize, purchase, assemble, shoot, and edit a prop. It's pretty much because I'm doing one once a week, and I'm not that far ahead. So yeah, I get about a week. So
Yeah. Anything that's like would take less than that time, you feel like it's not worth your time. Like,
no, what happens is I drag my feet because I got time, so I don't get the ahead that I need to get that I should be getting because I'm not letting myself do it. Yeah, sabotaging myself.
Yeah. Hey, you're getting out some cool props
I
every
am.
week.
Hi, Odin. I just started working in a professional film and commercial prop workshop. Any advice? This is Fricky Pondo FY. Wow, there's no way I'm Pondio Fee. Ooh, Fricky. There's no way I'm going to pronounce that right. I'm sorry. Yes, the biggest one is the old school guys have some almost arcane knowledge at this point. So if anyone's talking about a weird way to do something, pay attention to it. Take the idea into consideration. I've talked to plumbers about what their job was and have gotten ideas on how to do other things because of the way they were approaching what they were doing. Not that I was doing anything with plumbing. I have.
No, but no, the concepts they use the same contact cements and duct tapes and duct work and tubings and no, I totally get things from the
from all sorts
house painters.
It's also just the general problem solving. So yeah, definitely. Like I think Adam Savage talks about it with Jamie Heineman, that Jamie would always entertain any idea seriously, so long as it was presented to him seriously, no matter even if in the back of his head he immediately thought that wasn't going to work. It was like, okay, well, if you think you can get that to work, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
And most of the time Jamie was right, but there was times that he got surprised. So I think that's probably really telling to me as well that I know I don't know everything, and I'm never going to. So
I like working with people who disagree with me.
yeah, definitely.
we should do it this way. Well, I think we should do it this way. Well, okay, let me watch you fall on your face for a few minutes.
Right.
Wasn't I right?
Wasn't I right? All right, yeah, you
But
were
then
right.
at the same time, it's like, oh yeah, no, I would have failed spectacularly.
It would have been a great video, and that's gone both directions. Now,
Yeah.
granted, I've done more than my share of the
But
failing,
in all
but still.
reality, when you don't necessarily think the same way as somebody, you end up with something better than you could have ended up with.
Right.
So, in my experience, working with a bunch of different people, I particularly like working with people who don't see things the same way I see things. Because if someone's always like, yeah, perfect, yeah, you got this, yes, and never resists or any no's.
Right. You end up with things like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. If you surround yourself with yes men, you get stuff like that.
So, I feel like some of my favorite projects, I really disagreed the most along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other advice I would say is with the creative process, there's definitely a time dilation. That when you are focused and doing whatever it is you're doing, more time's going by than you are aware of. So if you're going to be promising things being made within a certain amount of time, which this may not be the way your shop works at all, so I'm just wildly speculating. Be aware that this is something I'm still trying to learn. It is going to take longer than you think it will. Yeah. Sometimes by a factor of 4.
One of the things at my new job is we have to keep track about how much time everything takes us.
Yes.
And now I really know how long things genuinely take me.
Okay.
Oh, I think this is only going to take me 5 minutes. No, that is a 15-minute job
Yep.
every time. That's a 3-hour job, not a 15-minute job.
Every time. And any way you can multi-step something so you're getting something accomplished simultaneously. Meaning, I gotta glue this thing together and I can't do anything while the glue's drying, so is there something other leapfrogging or
Yeah, glue.
I
And
got
paint.
multiple pieces that have to come up. They all need this particular step. Can I get them all built so they can all do the particular step at the same time? That's hypothetical. It's really hard to apply that in a real world, but yeah.
Yeah, time is money.
Yeah.
And your time can just easily slip away when you're having fun.
I think one of the things that was really fun listening to Tori Belici talk, because I got to meet him briefly once, and it was listening to him talk about working at ILM. He said the biggest skill he learned at ILM is where to hide in the warehouse so he could work in peace.
Yeah, no, I know all the hiding spaces, even here.
Yep.
Yep, sometimes I just need you to leave it alone so
Yeah,
that I can
pretty
get my
much.
stuff done.
Yeah.
I need a brain on this and not be like...
Right, exactly. But it's sad. I do kind of need a babysitter to keep me a little bit on track.
Yeah, I
which
think
is-
you do better when someone's holding you accountable.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's easier to work for other people than it is to work for yourself.
Yeah.
Because other people are paying you money and they need these things on a certain time frame, which is completely reasonable and understandable. But when it's your own stuff,
Right.
who's really holding you accountable? I am such a nice boss to myself. I'm like, oh,
Right.
it's okay.
I can do
take
this
your
in 15
time.
minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways,
Apparently I guessed right with New Zealand. Sorry, I'm sort of changing the subject a little bit.
it's okay. People are talking on the
They are.
chat, and I appreciate that.
So Ramon Alatorre is asking what glue is used to glue foam and plastic together,
Well, what type of plastic?
and what type of foam.
Chemicals matter, people, and it sucks.
And it sucks. Generally speaking, no matter what plastic you're using, if you know you're going to be gluing to it and it's not going to be visible from the outside, rough it up, scratch it up, give it a tooth, give it a...
Something to stick to because,
Yeah.
stickers are on plastic backings for a reason.
Yes.
They peel right
They
off.
peel right off, exactly. And depending on what type of foam you've got, hot glue is always going to be pretty much a safe bet.
People hate hot glue, but
Yeah, but it is,
it works.
it works. It totally works. And
It
a little
does
bit...
pop off, though.
It does pop off, and a little bit of rubbing alcohol can help break that bond and pop it off, especially off of plastic. Depending on the foam, contact cement could work. Contact cement will melt some of the foams like styrofoam and some of the expanded foams.
Yeah.
It'll melt it.
You have to do a test section because foam kind of does disintegrate with certain...
With certain chemicals, the acetone
Paints
chemicals.
and- yeah.
Spray paints will dissolve foam.
Just chew it all up and it's like crumbles and gone. It's
Yep.
so nasty. I hate the way it feels. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and then just watching it happen when you don't want it to happen is not fun. When you do want it to happen, you get the great shots like an Alien when the blood splashes the deck and it dissolves through the deck of the Nostromo. That was styrofoam with acetone being dripped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, epoxy is almost always safe. 5-minute epoxy, fiberglass epoxy, not the polyester resin, but the epoxy resins. Epoxies don't melt styrofoam, don't melt the polyfoams. So those are going to be a safe bet. But you've got a working time and a layup time. You're going to have to account for how long it's going to take for the epoxy to set up, which is based off of not only its formula, but the temperature and humidity you're currently in.
And anything vinyl, you're pretty screwed on.
Anything vinyl, you're pretty screwed on. Yeah. The reason vinyl smells like vinyl is because it's constantly outgassing. It's constantly releasing whatever internal chemical death it has. And that's why you can smell it. Well, because of that, nothing sticks to it.
Yeah. That's been kind of one of the barriers that I've hit, the bane of my existence,
Yes.
is that vinyl.
Vinyl.
Because it makes a great fabric and it can sew really well, but
Yeah.
it does not paint.
Nope.
And it doesn't glue like you want it to.
Nope.
But
Spray
it
paint.
sews. No.
Classic spray paint will never dry on vinyl, and I mean that literally. Trying to do an endoskeleton vinyl model kit, one of the early Horizon model kits in 1990, whatever it was, this at that time $100 kit, which is, how much is that worth now? Just the $100, not the kit. Sprayed it with this great spray paint. 2.5 years later, you would still put fingerprints in it and get spray paint on your hands because it would not dry. However, there is some workarounds.
Baby powder,
Baby powder to absorb the
tackiness,
Uh-huh.
gives it something,
Gives it something.
something to dry it up, I suppose. Like it gives it. I don't know, but we've used baby powder and then waxed it. Or what did we do? Polished it?
We because we had a vinyl dinosaur for a music video that got spray painted by a PA, and then it wasn't drying and it wasn't going to, so we covered it with baby powder to help absorb into the paint,
tackiness.
absorb the tackiness, and then wiped it down with water, I think, and that made it survive for the shoot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else that we did to it.
Well, the
This
chair.
is a royal we. I didn't do anything.
The chair, we did the base coat, but it was still a little so we did the baby powder, but then we did something for the finishing top of
Okay.
it.
Was it this spray?
We used that for the base.
Use that for the base.
This
Okay.
is what we used for the base, and it really did work.
Right.
But we still had some tacking issues, but then we solved those with, I want to say car wax. Like
Okay.
clear
Car wax could work.
after the baby powder. Like we baby powdered it, but then
Right.
it wasn't the right anything, and then we waxed it. Anyways, it was like trial and error, and by the end of the day, we had something that worked, but it just was a pain in the ass
Okay.
the whole time. But yes, this is the only stuff that works that keeps it from being tacky.
Right. And this is a spray paint that I get at auto parts stores that is specifically made to spray the vinyl seats and vinyl interiors of automobiles. And this paint dries on vinyl, and once this paint is on the vinyl, other paints can be put on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need a base barrier between your vinyl and your.
And then thank you, Punish Props, for the only vinyl cement that I found that actually glues vinyl.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing during The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's the foam and the vinyl were amazing together. Where rubber cement and plastic I think would be fine, but for vinyl, this really worked.
He's chewing on a piece of wood. Which is fine, but did Bruno inhale
A piece of it?
a piece of foam?
No, I think they're just
Bored.
yeah. They
Yeah, we
love
can.
it here, and they're so excited that I bring them.
Right.
Toby, come here.
Toby, come here.
Of course he has to go. Mr. Toby's
There's Toby.
and the Bruno.
And Bruno.
Yeah.
So there's our almost weekly vinyl talk.
Yeah, so rubber cement, or I mean not rubber cement, contact cement for vinyl, not vinyl, for plastic and foam.
Yeah.
With the start place, look on your glues, see what they're good for. They usually say plastic, metal, wood, different things, so
Something else I've also done is using the 5-minute epoxy and hot glue. So I'll spread 5-minute epoxy where I want it to be, and then put a few dots of hot glue and stick it together. That way the hot glue holds it until the epoxy sets up, and I continue to move on instead of, all right, do your thing.
That's what I did with the fixing shoes
Yep.
at the con, was
Yep.
I did the 5-minute epoxy, but held it in place with the hot glue until it could really set. So,
H7O Polo, Hozo Polo, Hallo Polo. Anyway, it says, chew your foam, Pooch. Chew your foam.
hey, look at camera 3. They're actually in their spot.
They're actually in their spot, biting each other.
Yeah, Bruno's picking on Toby
Bruno's
because he
picking
thinks
on Toby.
Toby's his giant.
This camera angle looks a little wrong, but Toby's ankles are getting bitten. That's all it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, look, it's a whole dog, not just a rump.
And if anybody's wondering, Bruno is the aggressor, not Toby.
Right. Now, Toby is a total pacifist.
Toby is Bruno's chew toy.
Thomas Hughes TV says, love the dog. Should have a dog cam for the stream. We try. The tough part's keeping the dogs on the camera.
They want to be right here at my feet. My dogs will follow me wherever I go and be directly at my feet. So we tried. They were hanging out there, and they were there. Now they're back here. I'm just gonna take this to the machine.
Okay, take it to the machine.
I have to pull out the pins though that are about
But
the
that
right
would
height.
probably be appreciated by both me and the machine.
Yeah, just the ones that are anywhere near it.
Oh, Pars says, hi, Odin and Felicia. Greetings from a birthday dude in Sweden.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
in Sweden.
Train.
Train.
Ah, Commander Darklight's here saying, hi, guys. Hi.
Hola.
Hola. And Groot's here. Grusen. I try to say it right. I think I said it right once in the past. Hi, Odin and Felicia. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
I'm bodybuilding right now.
Yes. Quite literally. I worked on the head a little bit. And
You got a jaw.
I got a jaw, and I cut a bit of a nose, and I've been doing a lot of talking, which I generally do, but...
All right, I'm gonna turn on the machine.
All right, you turn on the machine. Joaquin Garraza says, try and pronounce my name. Sure.
That was my best attempt.
Oh, Strict Aphid, who also has a YouTube channel, says, yeah, editing sucks. Sometimes. What's fun is I have been a professional editor, and I didn't really mind it.
You kind of got your setup going, though.
Yeah, I've got my setup. At this point, I've got my setup going. I've definitely got a formula for how I put together my videos.
Yes, you do.
But even when I was an editor for the PBS station, I didn't really mind it. It was. I had someone else who once explained it to me that they were putting together a puzzle that could go together multiple ways. As an editor, he was just trying to figure out one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah, it is not my strength for sure. I do not know what I'm doing when it comes to editing
Okay. Yeah.
because I haven't had to do it.
Right.
It's always, oh, they'll fix it in post. Post wasn't my problem.
There you go. Yeah.
I was like, as long as it looks good on my end and I give you guys good footage, I'm done.
We're done.
So editing is not my strength. It's a lot harder than it looks, in my opinion. But I
Right.
understand when you have your groove down and you figured it out.
Sure.
I can appreciate the assembly line of it.
Editing is definitely one of those feel your way through it, and there is no one way you have to edit at all. Not even down to marking your in, marking your out, and putting it on the timeline. There's just so many different ways you can do it. So, and none of that matters. It's the end result, right? One of the best things I was told about editing is you've watched videos, you've watched programming your whole life. And so there's definitely an overall way that a visual story is told. And if it doesn't feel right, then something within what your edit is probably not communicating itself correctly. And then it becomes hard to figure out what cut is wrong, or do I need a slightly different angle, or do I just need more empty space between two shots in order to have more of a conversational pace, which is something else that I've seen. I did too early on. Here's where the word starts, cut. Here's where the word ends, cut. Stick it right together. And then you can edit it. It really goes together really quickly because you don't have any kind of space between any of the words, which you don't want to do. You want to have breathing room between your cuts.
I just am wondering if I should make that a bigger opening. Because I was going to put a thing around it.
It'll become bigger. I don't think I would put a thing around it.
So that you can also...
Yeah.
It could be a fabric neck.
Just be a fabric neck?
Yeah. Your wrist will be the neck.
Yeah, exactly. This is really weird to try and do.
Hold on. There, shoulders.
Without, squatting down like I should be. Old bandies. So does that work? That feels a lot better.
It feels like it could be a puppet body. It works for me. It needs some arms. Yeah.
Oh, it's called the arms.
Toby's totally intact.
Toby's totally happy. Hey, Toby, how's it going? Totally happy that I'm down here with him.
Yeah, there's the Toby. I switched the camera so they don't see you, but they see Toby.
Oh, okay. Do they see Toby?
Well, not anymore. Now he's fully underneath the table. Oh, there's Bruno. And there's Toby. All right, I'll put back to the other camera. One and cut.
And cut.
I think it's turning out good.
Oh, good.
I think I have to scale that smaller but I think that works. Yeah. Starting a puppet.
It's becoming a puppet. It's a puppet. All right.
Hello, puppet. Yeah, sorry, you're a cactus right now.
You want a hug?
Yeah. I just pinned the seam so that they'll glue.
I never thought I'd make a pinhead puppet.
I don't know. This one's as cuddly as a cactus.
So people were requesting that we make cosplays for the puppets.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to happen.
Right? Which cosplay first?
Ash.
Okay.
Evil Dead, not Pokemon.
No,
but
I know.
Whichever.
I'm imagining the dead thing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, gosh, what was her name? Man, I don't remember the character's name. Yeah, with the headless dancing. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Groot Grusin says, Odin, I'm going to give you a tip regarding my name. It all depends on how you say the name Urkel.
Urkel? How's Urkel even?
Well, I'm sure there's a proper way of pronouncing it versus me wanting to say it based off the American television show.
I guess.
So Jeff's 3D models, I think I'm coming in on a secondary comment saying, Odin, I've been using foam core board, 2mm craft foam, 2mm felt, and snaps to make hexagonal dice trays. That's really cool.
I could see that. The felt, I feel like, really finishes the edges. When it's the game boards that have the felt on the bottom, like when you're...
Oh, okay.
The high-end ones, it elevates the quality, in my opinion. What are you looking at? Oh, look, there's the duct tape coffee picture you were asking about.
Yep. Yeah, that's skeleton. So on Discord, skeleton key 8 is showing his duct tape mug. Ad Vixen's I got mail with Doctor Who holding a tesseract, basically.
Did they buy the tesseract prop?
No.
That hasn't been for sale yet.
That's not for sale yet, no. But that's actually from the show.
Oh, okay.
I know you guys can't see it. I'm sorry, we're talking about Discord stuff. But hey, if you want to see what's in the Discord, make sure to check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and jump in on all the Discord interesting activities. And Nora's chiming in with, wow, the poster, the poster's way cool. We got the emergency prop from the Meteor from Joe Dirt. Check the fan mail section.
Look at where I had originally drawn it. I should have just trusted my gut, because that's exactly where we cut it off.
You know how often that's happened with me working with anything? You do this, but maybe change this, and it's always come right back to what you said.
Well, I always leave myself seam allowance.
Right.
Because I feel like I can always chop things smaller, but I can't add.
Right.
So I always leave seam allowance, and I totally left seam allowance. And it was right where I
where it needed to be. You know how long a forearm is.
Yeah. Now I'm going to do that even smaller for me.
Urkel Groot. So Groot, Urkel Groot. The thing is, so I always want to say Groot, Urkel, Groot.
Gruckle?
Now
Gruckle
Gruckle.
Stan?
Gruckle Stolskin? Now I'm putting way too much thought into it. It's just going to mess me up. American English, American schools, at least at the time that I was going, couldn't be bothered to explain how to use the like umlauts and the accentuation marks and the things you use in order to in print show how the vowel is pronounced. And so I do better with cursive. So I'm really sorry.
Alright. I'm going to cut out another one of those.
All right.
Slightly smaller. How are we doing on time?
Oh, we've got half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay, I have time to get this at least traced.
Yeah, at least. I'll just keep, I guess, interacting with people and almost building. I'm sorry, is it?
It's okay.
Okay.
We're making puppets. They're not the easiest. Oh no, Toby. I'm not playing with you. This is not a toy.
Oh, hey, Stephen Deitch is saying, yeah, Odin's fantastic at pronouncing names. Ah! Okay, Daichi, whatever.
Just saying.
And Commander Darklight says, Felicia, the pattern master, sunglasses.
That is my job. I am a pattern drafter
Yes, you are.
professionally.
Matthew Colas says, the puppet kind of looks like a xenomorph. Which one? Rainier Hunt says, laugh out loud, you should do a puppet movie. Oh, just you wait. When this is all said and done, you're going to get subjected to at least a partial puppet stream, I'm sure.
Right. They'll be like, we want the puppets back.
Right. Ad Vixen saying, technically, if it's from your mouth, it is in your accent. Okay, yes, I've got my own California accent, but I mean, there's the
Northern California accent.
Northern California accent. But what I mean is there's the accent marks of the vowels of how to it's the modifiers. There's a name. That's how well I know it. I can't remember what the dang name for it is. I keep getting asked if I can make the Chainsaw Yo-Yo from Earthbound Mother 2.
These remind me of little munguses.
That's something I would actually have to Google, which is one of the reasons why I haven't responded to it earlier. I know you said it multiple times, but
Not sure what that prop looks like.
I don't know what that prop looks like. I don't even know. Earthbound to me is a very old video game, SNES video game. So I have no idea if that's what you're referencing. Yeah.
These seriously look a little sus. Here, let's show them camera 4.
Okay.
4.
Miguel is saying hello Odin and bye Felicia.
Bye. Well, thank you.
Bye, thank you. And poor Groot is saying, never mind, you have the O sound in the American language, but what I meant is that the Urkel could be spelled Orkel just by the phonetics. Okay. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just live on the spot and
Letting you know all our difficulties.
yeah, not feeling terribly pressured, I guess. It's no big deal. It's just live. It's just my friends, but you know.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay.
Rainier Hunt says, hello! Hoss Survivor is referencing... Oh, okay, you are referencing the old SNES game. Oh, good, at least I know what it is. Not that I've played it, but I know what it is. That's good.
Alright, I'm turning on the...
Here comes the saw! So in Discord, Ad Vixen's posting a GIF about getting Joe involved with a little bit of puppet cancer. It's a reference to a movie. I recognize the movie, but anyway. Oh, fun stuff. Alrighty. Steven, Felicia's been talking about her next video. There was a major technical problem with the computer. Something similar to what McCready did to his computer in The Thing. You know, you open the port inside before you're drinking it. Some major hardware malfunction. And then life came along and did all sorts of life stuff to Felicia. Partly why they weren't here, whatever. Anyway, took advantage of why she didn't have to be here. Video's coming. Video's gonna happen. It's just been delayed for multiple reasons, and it'll happen. So, sorry it hasn't happened. Ad Vixen says that's an Angel puppet gift. Okay, that makes sense. There was a puppet episode from the Angel television series. All right. Schultz Division was telling me something about looking at fan mail.
He's the one who said this on fan mail.
Right, but I'm not seeing something new. Now I'm just waiting for Google to refresh live, because that's exciting. All right. Char Enzable says, cheers from South America, Odin. Cheers, sweet, hello. And Groot is saying something private to Schultz publicly by putting it in a language that I've only ever seen as subtitles of Monty Python. Voor de slechten beneden om maar farga. Hardu fatten dogot squishies. I said all that totally wrong. And Jeff 3D Model says, eventually. Alright, so I got a body, got a head. Gonna need to set up. I want to put that on camera 2.
I know it's loud, but that is so much easier than scissors.
Right. Hopefully it isn't too bad on camera.
Audio-wise, I'm sorry,
Audio-wise.
people. It really does make it so much easier to make
Oh,
these
it
little-
does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's just like cutting bread.
It's totally cutting bread. And it's totally a bread knife.
It is a bread, like, because I used the bread knife to shape the head, and then I was jealous because you're over there, like, going, yeah, it's so much easier. I was like, okay, I chose the wrong tool.
I brought the tool
But I
out.
learned. I'm going to give this a little bit more of a dart. Just a little bit.
Me putting the fingers on. Here's my Alex puppet from Clockwork Orange. That's kind of where I'm going. That's way too close up of a close up. Those are loud. Sorry, guys, but
It's starting to be a...
it's starting to be a puppet. It's got a face.
Let's face it.
Let's face it. I'll need to put the eyelids on the eyes.
Take it in 1/4 of an inch more.
So there. I'm gonna need to skin this pretty quick. Ah, okay. Groot translated it for us, saying, "How does your birthday? How's your birthday doing? Did you get anything fun?" Ad Vixen, Alf versus E.T. Who is the better puppet? Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, and that is definitely open to interpretation.
E.T. scared me as a child.
Yeah, I can see that. E.T. is a kind of a scary old man type looking thing.
But I never trusted Alf.
Okay.
He says he gets sketchy vibes.
He does have sketchy vibes. Alf is totally, without any kind of argument, a puppet. Obviously, E.T. is a puppet. Kind of has to be, but he's also a suit. And there's times that he's a prop that can be puppeted. So which is better? It's actually Yoda. There's actually times that Alf is a suit too. There's an Alf costume that runs around on occasion. I would probably go with E.T. because I really have a thing for rubber monsters. I really like rubber monsters, and I like who's that? Carlo Rambaldi? Is that how you pronounce his name? The artist that did E.T. It was the guy that did the Alien, if I remember correctly. The same designer and fabricator that made the original Xenomorph suit made E.T., the original E.T. But he approached it from a madman's kind of point of view. He was trying to do an all-in-wonder E.T. puppet, right? He was trying to make this one E.T. puppet that could do everything the script required. And he got 80% of it. But there were things that he just couldn't do, and he really, I think, worked himself sick trying to make it work.
I think there's a point where you have to accept it that
Yeah.
you're just
going to have to make a second one to do the specialty thing. And in one case, I actually learned this talking to Robert Short, because I had never read this that I remember in any of the behind the scenes stuff. There's the scene of E.T. in the back of the van where his heart starts glowing. That the glowing heart light was the one thing that Carlo could never get working. And if I got the artist's name wrong, I'm sorry. But that the original maker could never get working because of all the internal mechanics were in the way of making this heart glow, light up and glow. So the ET for that shot was built for that shot, which is the right way to do things for movies. You kind of have to make things specific for what the shot needs and not make a hero prop that does everything.
But we all want that hero prop that just works for everything, but no, it's not practical.
It's not practical. And that E.T., I can't remember all the details, and I quickly confuse it with some of the Chucky puppets that had a 10-foot pole behind it that had all the cables running through it, so Chucky could walk towards the camera, but all the stuff that controlled the puppet ran through this metal pipe that was obscured by the puppet. And so everything could be kind of contained. The glowing heart light.
There's someone here.
Someone knock at the door?
No, there's somebody that is in the building. They know they're...
Oh, wow, okay.
So, they're really good.
They're really good, but yeah. So same thing with the heart light thing. There was all these controls that came in through the front of the van that I think was partially removed. It had to do also, there was a tube where I think in order to get the effect the way they wanted it to, they didn't just turn the light bulb on. There was a light that was pushed towards the chest that really got the glow to work the way they wanted it to. And then E.T.'s arms in that shot were marionettes. They weren't internal supporting. It was just,
I love and hate
puppets.
these problems because you have to work around. There is a camera here. We need it to do this shot. This is the thing.
It has to look real. Yeah.
And it's like, how are we going to make this happen with practical or digital? It's a lot of braining to think of like how we can stick something in a tube.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's just like, how can we make this so it looks right to camera?
Right.
And it never is the way you think it should be.
Madeline's not in there. Toby.
He is.
They're not visiting today.
He's checking the perimeter
checking,
because he heard the bonking.
You heard the beeping? Okay.
And so now he's going through and just checking the whole.
Just checking.
Yeah, he likes to make sure I'm safe.
One of the other fun things with building stuff, which you'll run into, is lighting and the camera are going to react differently to the paint.
Yes, makeup too.
Makeup too. And you may have to paint something wrong for it to look right on camera.
Yes, and that's crazy.
That is crazy. That is so hard to get over.
When things look... Yes, and yes. There have been times where I have something finished and it's like... but then I look through the camera and I'm like... that's the way it's supposed to look.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes on Smosh, that was really rough because everyone wants to look at it on set and they're going to immediately nitpick it and tear it apart and not even want to do the scene if it doesn't look right to their eyes. So it's like, dudes, it'll be fine on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tay Zolzan is saying, haha, Odin, you sound like Danish and German mashed together when you try to speak Swedish. I'm probably better at Klingon. Kapla. Matthew Kola says the Skeksis from Dark Crystal, hands down, his favorite puppet. Yeah, sure. Chamberlain, absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Yoda's mine.
Yeah, Yoda.
I like Yoda. Like, I like the expression of Yoda that you can only get from a puppet. I know they try and CGI it all the time, but
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
no.
But
that little mash.
You know.
Yeah.
It is.
It's the Miss Piggy squeeze that
Miss
Frank
Piggy,
Oz
she's
does.
my absolute favorite puppet.
Same performer. Yeah.
Yeah, like Miss Piggy, Yoda. Those are my 2 top puppets, and I love Kermit because Miss Piggy loves Kermit. But
Okay. Cool.
Miss Piggy, she's glam queen.
Yes.
Glam queen.
I think the Mad Magazine parody of Empire Strikes Back, Yoda was wearing a Miss Piggy fan club pin the whole time.
I am a big fan of Miss Piggy.
Odin Makes, wow, you said my name right. Yes! I'll never do it again.
Try.
I'll try. Tazel's on. Yeah, Hot Survivor says now Disney made Frank Oz retire. They might have.
I don't know the drama.
I don't know the drama, but an aging voice is a real thing. And that could simply be what it is that Frank Oz, his voice has changed enough because of age that they're, yeah.
You almost put your hand in the glue.
Again. So I don't know. I would never, it happens. It's a thing. Cliff Oliviera says, favorite puppet? Grogu. It stole the show. Yeah, Grogu did, which is Baby Yoda. And yeah, the Grogu puppet, and the fact that they made a puppet, a $5 million puppet that Grant Imahara worked on. Yeah, that was definitely. And that was another one of those where it was kind of an all-in-wonder. The majority of the Grogu stuff was done with the same puppet, I believe. They made one that did most everything.
That's kind of what you really want to do, but I just know practically it's very difficult to even try.
Right. At least Grogu doesn't speak, right? So there's that. They're not trying to make that puppet talk. He's all pantomime and body language and cute.
So it's not necessarily
frogs.
the worst, because he's just making the mouth move. But yeah.
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 So how about another fun puppet, Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors? That was an amazing oversized puppet.
The plant?
The plant, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the final version.
I was mentioning that one for like a Halloween build.
Yeah.
Because that's a cool. I don't know.
It is cool.
It's
I saw one at Dragon Con the one year I went that the person was cosplaying as Seymour and had the fake arm holding the plant pot, and then that was the Audrey 2 puppet.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like that. That one was scary, but I like that plant.
Yes.
Plants are friends.
Plants are friends.
No.
And because it was a musical movie too, there were some of those big scenes with the big plant, which was still a puppet. They shot at half speed or quarter speed, and Rick Moranis is performing and singing at quarter speed.
They do that often on music videos.
So the puppeteers can be at speed, so they go back and play it at full speed. Then the plant is actually animated and moving. Yeah.
They do that even with real musicians. They'll play the music slower or faster. Yeah, Raul does it all the time.
Right, but he's doing it for the effect of it having faster. They're not trying to match real speed when they bring it back forward, right?
No, sometimes they're doing it so that they can match this faster speed because there's a lot going on.
Okay.
I just seen him do it multiple times, and I'm like, I've seen that happen.
You've seen that happen? All right.
And I can understand why, because if you slow it down, you can get more of the details in the movement.
Right.
I don't know, I just find it interesting.
Okay. It is interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of Audrey 2, now there seems to be a piranha plant puppet like that. This is from Hot Survivor. Piranha plants from Mario, right? Yeah, that could be work. Scout Trooper punching the $1 million Grogu puppet. Well, BLC, there's probably a stunt Grogu that's getting punched. Or technically, he's just punching a bag. You don't actually see Grogu getting punched.
You don't see contact being made.
You don't see contact being made. No, because that'd be child abuse. So no, he's just punching the bag. So, but yeah. But we know what's going on, and yeah, Scout Trooper. Yes, now we're getting lots of RIP grants, and Mr. Amahar died last year. Yeah, definitely.
Hearts out goes out to him.
Hearts out goes out to him. Grant was very talented and
really inspirational.
Very inspirational. Mm-hmm. In fact, just recently, Adam Savage on Tested with one of his friends from ILM was poking through Grant's shop. And talking about battle bots and talking about all sorts of things.
Nice.
It was fun. Peter Martin's asking if I would consider doing something from Attack on Titan. I've considered it multiple times, but I've always seemed to pick something else. But it is flight gear, and there was another thing I'm forgetting.
Those things that they wear, the vests.
Yeah, that's the flight gear, isn't it?
Yeah.
The 3D flight gear. That's
Yeah.
that's something that's come up, but yeah,
I like their jackets.
yeah, the jackets are cool.
Right.
Cool. Groot's working on a 1-to-1 scale Alf puppet as his next project.
Oh, fun.
That's awesome. Jeff's 3D models was Little Shop of Horror saying it was a cult classic and that was wonderful. Yes, both of them. Alrighty.
It's gluing it.
It's gluing it. We are getting to the end of the live stream. We're getting to the end
Of today.
Oh, Hoff Survivor's telling me they had heard Frank Oz is not working with Disney because he voiced his dislike for how they're handling the Muppets.
Okay.
I don't know. That is a
believe
thing.
drama.
Yeah, I believe drama.
I believe drama. Take your stand.
Right. Hoff says I've sadly never seen Little Shop but want to. They're both good.
It's the season.
It's the season. The original Little Shop of Horrors from Roger Corman from so long ago, the black and white one, was like one of Jack Nicholson's first films. It's a little painful to watch, but you can chew through it, and it's fun for what it is. Just know what it is and enjoy it for what it is. Don't expect a masterpiece. But the Rick Moranis that one is a masterpiece. That was great. I mean, it's a musical based. So we have this weird movie that Roger Corman did that then became a musical on Broadway that then became a movie, and so very different, but it's still basically the same story, and it's really good. It really is. Pinchy pinch pinch. Someone just said, "Wow, I'm not sure why." Can I make something from Game of Thrones? I did over my TikTok channel.
Made one Game of Thrones prop.
I made one Game of Thrones
And wasn't it for your
I had also
April 1st episode?
yeah, I think I put it up for April 1st. Do I have it here? I don't have it. Real quick and easy.
It's right there.
Yeah, but it's better when it has context.
Yeah, right.
My downloads really quick and see if I go through this really quick.
We did Game of Thrones for Smosh. Did you do
We
that
did.
one?
Yes, I did. I made Castle Black more than once and did a few things for Smosh.
I did Anthony as Khaleesi.
Yes.
He was very pretty in that outfit. Yeah, I did a lot of those characters because I didn't have HBO at the time, so I had to ask my friend for
Right.
does this look right? Is this correct? Am I getting
correct?
the essence of these characters? Do you know who this is if I send you this picture?
Right.
Because it's just, you got to get the flavor of it because
You do.
that's the most important part. But anyways.
No, apparently I do not specifically have that photo. Very easy here, so that's okay. I did the joke Starbucks cup, right? Way too long looking on that. That's not worth it.
Here's his prop.
Yeah. And that is the one.
Can't do the dust.
That's right. I'm sorry. Even though, yes, technically in the show it wasn't a Starbucks cup, but the logo was close enough that in the dark light, as it sat in front of Khaleesi, it looked like a Starbucks cup. So that's what the internet went with. So yeah.
But Game of Thrones, is it worth, with the ending, how it ended, do people really want to go back into that fandom?
Right. I don't know. I don't. It's unfortunate. I had friends that insisted that the prequel trilogy ruined Star Wars for them, and they would never watch it again. I wouldn't say that, but I was so disappointed with season 8 of Game of Thrones. It is completely off my radar. And yes, they're coming out with House of Dragons, which looks like it should be fun. You got Matt Smith coming back as a Targaryen, but
What's that ad Vixen posted?
oh, that's the Angel
Oh, okay.
gif. Let's see. I'm getting requests coming in here, but yes, Saiju Paulus is asking me if I've ever made a Captain Rex build. Yeah, I made his helmet. I don't have it here in the shop anymore, but I did make Captain Rex's helmet. And Daniel Banner Cosplay Kid 29. I have not made Green Goblin's mask before. I am interested in it because chances are I'll be making an appearance in December, which is pretty exciting. But I haven't made it yet, and it's not time yet, if that makes sense.
It's on the radar.
It's on the radar. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it's on the radar as that could work. But there's also Doc Ock and a few other things that I could do.
All right. There's so many props, and you're not going to run out of them.
Jeff 3D Models is asking, yeah, but which Green Goblin? Okay, I immediately assumed the Sam Raimi Green Goblin, but yeah, good question. Which one? And Light SG1 is saying, hey, Odin, something from the Puppet Masters movie, or Masters, just singular, or would be cool, or the Army of Darkness Ash Skeleton puppet.
Well, wasn't I saying the skeleton?
Yeah. But there was a couple of lots of different puppets. A lot of the stop motion puppets for Army of Darkness were just the really cheap skeleton model kits that they didn't put wires in to do the stop animation for, which is kind of cool. Ralph says, wasn't Felicia on Angel? She played Winifred Brickle, right? Thomas Hughes TV says, bye-bye. See you all next time. Pretty much, we're almost at that 2 o'clock time. We're getting up close. We got a couple minutes. But definitely, for all of you who have stuck around to the end, for all of you who are still posting and telling us about the Sam Raimi, William Dafoe Green Goblin, thank you all for sticking around to the very end. It's been almost 3 hours for Felicia and I doing a live stream. And I've talked my way through almost all of it and barely got anything done. I glued together what I had prepped last week, and that's all I did.
Well, we got 2 bodies.
Yes.
And 2 heads started.
We got 2 bodies.
2 heads started. So they will be puppets soon enough.
They'll be puppets soon enough.
So gotta get the foundations, and they gotta look uglier before they get better.
Right. Well, they don't look too ugly right now, and I can definitely see how that's going to work. Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, I made the pattern up in my head for the body.
Okay. Of course you did.
Yeah. I eyeballed it if you guys didn't just watch me do it.
Pretty much off to the side there to watch the whole thing happen.
Yep, so we have bodies, we have heads, and then we'll start decorating them. They'll get together. They need arms and legs.
It'll happen.
Yep.
But,
then they'll get costumes.
Right. The puppets will be naked before they get costumes.
Oh.
Well, no, there'll be puppets.
No, I think when I add the arms, they'll probably start to get their bodies, because you can add their arms to their...
Arms are part of the clothes, yeah.
Like, I feel like I would add the arms and clothes at the same time.
Okay.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of.
Making it up. Well, if you want to make cosplay or outfits for the puppets, then the arms need to be separate from the sleeves, right?
Well, if you're doing the same body skin, I guess you're right. They could be naked. In my head, mine was going to have long sleeves.
Oh, okay. Make it long. Do
Yours
it however.
doesn't have to have long sleeves because you have a short sleeve shirt, so we could do little arms sticking out.
Yep.
So we could probably make a t-shirt that slides on for yours.
Cool. That would be appreciated.
We will see.
We will see. But it's 2 o'clock. It's been a Sunday. It's been a lot of fun Sunday. Felicia, thank you for coming back this week.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, totally. And you are more than welcome to come back again next week.
Well, I'll be here next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
So.
So thank you very much, Schultz Division, for the fantastic poster and the fan mail. And I've said it a few times. Thank you to everyone who's still with us right now. So we're okay. Yeah, you should make the heat ray from the Martians used in War of the Worlds musical. I don't know the one for the musical specifically, but okay. I'm getting told I hope your screen resolution improves next time. Me too. We will try and look at that after the stream's over, either today or later this week, to try and see if I've got something set wrong.
See if
but
we can
honestly,
fix it on our side the best we can.
I haven't changed my settings since we started, so I don't know. The only thing that I know has changed is our internet provider. But I don't know. I've also made it a habit to at least reboot my streaming device. I did not reboot the computer this time, so maybe the computer needs a swift kick in the boot. But anyway, I know there's going to be lots of different ways that you can have a live stream with one of your best friends on every Sunday.
But this is how Odin makes.
see all you guys next Sunday at 12 noon. Unless you're a patron, then we'll see you at 11:15. You know, our time, California time.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you all very, very much. Let's see where.